What's going on, guys? Rich Boy J here, back again with another video, and today we are going to be live streaming this Razor Crest once again. Right off the bat, I want to just get, clear things up, because people are still apparently confused about why I'm building this, or what I'm even exactly building. This is my Razor Crest model. I do still have mine. Mine is sitting up there, but I'm actually building this for someone else. I'm building this for Brick Plumber. He essentially commissioned me to build one of my Razor Crests for him. This is not the set. This is my custom mock, which explains why I have all these pieces right here. And the reason I'm doing this on YouTube is because I never actually got to show you guys me building this. Whenever I was designing and building it, it was before the show came out, and it was all done in secret. So I just wanted to give you guys a look at how this thing comes together. It's obviously a lot of parts. It's obviously a very huge model, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of how this all works. And also, if you check the description of the video and you want to build one of these for yourself, I have my email there so you can check it out. Shoot me an email if you want to build one of these. I am selling the instructions for it. So yeah, that finishes that up. Right now we're going to get to the rundown though, so shout out to all the boyos in the chat right now. Who we got? We got that boy Julian HSSF, Jonas, Bull Harper, Brick Vibe, Darth Maul Lego, Evergreen Emeralds, Lord of the Bricks, Bryn Hula, Chandler Pounds, Darth Maul Lego, Kevin Gormley, Lamborghini Waffle Sauce, CM Productions, Axadroid, Robonut03, Luke Smith, Francis Gal Adato, Will Harper, Diaxian Studios, Comic Bricks. Who else we got? Brick Wall Productions, D New, Francis, Harry Customs, Jacob DeVore, Phantom Films 44, Boba Lug, Harry Customs, again, Meow Meow Bricks, Colds of Christensen, Mies Walta, Darth Stormtroopers. Got a lot of boyos in the chat today. The Burner 7106. Matthew T, what's going on, dude? Bricktorian Guard, Gooby 0222, Eli Does Cool Stuff, The Film Den, Darth Stormtroopers once again. John T. Sup. Jonathan Trevino, Hamburg City Bricks. Looks like we already have a dono. Who that be? Shout out to the Brick Guild for the $1 donation. He says, Jay, how's it going? He finished his stream yesterday building 2018 X-Wing, one of his favorite Star Wars sets ever. I unfortunately did not catch the end of that, so if you want to just repost it in the comments, I would love that, so I can actually read the entirety of your donation. But I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. Brickwall Productions, Wireless Productions, a lot of productions, a lot of producers in the chat. But this is going to be a guest stream, so if you guys want to hop on and talk to yours truly, you can go ahead and log into the Discord and the stream waiting room, and then we can bring you on at some point during the stream. First topic of discussion today that I want to get into is this new wave of LEGO Star Wars sets. Some of the bigger names in the community have actually gotten them and have been reviewing them, and I would love to know, what are you guys' general impressions on this August/September wave of LEGO Star Wars sets? Are you generally happy with them? Them as a whole, right? Obviously the 501st Battle Pack is something that everyone wants, but I would love to know how you guys feel about the wave as a whole. Do you consider this a good wave? And what is sufficient for you to call it a good wave? Is the 501st Battle Pack, for example, sufficient enough for you to be like, this wave is amazing, I don't even care what other sets are in this wave. 501st Battle Pack more than makes up for anything else I might not like. Oh, shout out to Timeless for the $2.99 dono. He says, have you considered entering the LAN? Yes, honestly, I probably just need to apply. I'm not a huge channel, but I'm not a small channel either, so, it's worth a shot. It's, how would it look like if I was on my streams telling Jedi Bob, bro, go talk to those girls, and then I didn't even have the confidence myself to apply to the LAN? I know it's not the exact same thing, but it's close enough, so I actually should probably just go ahead and do that and see what happens. Who knows? Maybe you can see Rich Boy J getting these sets early. That would be... Actually, now that I think about that, so here's the thing, right? If I had this August wave early, right now, if I had these sets right now, I'd be super excited, right? Everyone else in my country has to wait for them out. That would make me very happy. In contrast, if I got the helmet sets, it would not be a good time forcing myself to build those. I don't know. Did they send those out? Like, were those sets that were even reviewed early? Honestly, don't remember.
They were.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, like, the reason I never even made a video about those or even touched on those was I didn't want to put you guys through me having to talk about those sets.
Yeah, we know your disdain for those.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can be a conditional land member. Like, please only send me the playsets. All the, like, gimmicky stuff you guys can keep. Like, literally send it to anyone else. Nah, I don't know if they do that.
So even though you're a LEGO store employee, you can still apply to be in the land?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anything exclusively against it. I don't know why it wouldn't be an issue.
Right. No, I don't know. I heard on David's stream, he told Jedi Bob that you couldn't do that because you were a LEGO employee.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I haven't heard anything against it. Shout out to the Training Brick for the $4.99 donut. He says, "What's up, Jay? Just saying hi to you and the rest of the gang. I'm taking early lunch today." Thank you so much, man. What are you having for lunch? Having some nuggies?
Chicken nuggies.
And shout out to Phantom Films 44. He says, "What's the status of your LEGO store Pick-a-Brick?" Much like every other LEGO store, we're just doing, like, you know, you basically put it in order form, and then we assemble the cup for you. Why do you know build Death Star? That's a great question. The reason I haven't built a large-scale Death Star is probably just because of Brick Plumber. Like, I'm not one to be like, oh, someone else has done this mock, you shouldn't do it. But, like, the reason I honestly build mocks is, like, I want to see, like, some vision of mine come to life. And Brick Plumber pretty much did everything I would want to do, so I just don't feel I would have much to add to it. Like, there's not much of the Death Star, at least at that scale, that I would really want to do that I feel I haven't seen before. So, I don't know. Brick Plumber's Death Star is probably my favorite LEGO mock ever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Kevin Gormley says, "I really like the wave, however, I would have preferred a different $15 battle pack, maybe Quarren or something. I think that would be nice. A Quarren battle pack. That is so obscure. Quarren. How about we just start with, like, one Quarren? Like, if we can just get a Quarren minifig, then we can...
Like a Rebel set. Like the one from 2016, right?
What do you mean 2016?
You know that the Rebel battle pack from 2016.
How it came with like the
yeah, and the 2 humans. Yeah, something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, that'd be a good way to just give us, like, aliens we haven't gotten before. Oh, shout out to Solid Brick Studios in the chat. He says, "Your Star Killer mock is my favorite mock ever, Jay." Oh, thank you, David. That really means a lot, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that prison room looks immaculate.
I am so happy with the way that came out. Like, I'm looking at it right now. It looks so good. It looks so good. Yeah, David accidentally mistyped and put mom. You guys are acting like, you know how, like, it's like a thing, like, if you're in elementary school and you accidentally call your teacher mom, like, all the kids laugh at you? That's what the people in the chat are acting like. So the funny thing is, something like that actually happened to me once. Except, it was my actual mom. She was substituting my class for the day. And I called her mom, and everyone was like, "Oh, haha, you called her mom." And I'm like, "No, that's my actual mom." So, yeah. Yeah, my mom used to be a substitute teacher. Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Nothing much.
Welcome to our club.
What's up, Key Dude? What's up, Brick Wall?
Oh, snap. We have a big shot LEGO artist in the call. Seriously, Key, like, I don't know how you do it. Like, I really don't. Like you are a magician with these memes, and it feels wrong to even call them memes, because, like, they're more than memes, you know? They are genuinely artwork, so I appreciate all your contributions to the Discord.
For the Discord.
Thank you.
But, yeah, so I would love to know, how do you guys feel about this new wave as a whole? Like, now that we've seen reviews for most of the sets, like...
It's a bit of a mixed feeling.
Yeah.
Extremely
Yeah.
yeah, it's just a sort of meh.
So I must say, I am in love with that Ahsoka figure now that I've seen it HD in videos and stuff.
Oh yeah, the Ahsoka
Yeah.
figure
Mm-hmm.
is gonna be fantastic.
Cool.
Oh, shout out to Timeless for the 299 dono again. He says, "Are you planning on making a Batu mock?"
Ooh.
So here's the thing. No, I'm not, but I'm not against it. I think when I actually go to Galaxy's Edge, I'd probably be far more motivated to do that. But I don't think that's something I would do having not been to Galaxy's Edge, just because, I don't know, you kind of want to go there and get the essence of the park before you build something like that. That's at least how I feel, so. I think it'd be a cool mock to do, especially since I have, like, a Falcon, and I have a bunch of Resistance stuff, so I have most of the ships I would need. It's just a matter of actually going to the park and, you know, taking pictures of certain things and just really getting a good understanding and feeling for the park before I decided to build it. But I'm in general agreement with you guys. The wave is. So here's the thing, like, I'm excited because the 501st Battle Pack is coming, and that, of course, is a huge deal. Like, I cannot understate how excited I am for that set. Like, that is such a big deal for me this year.
Oh yeah.
And the AT-AT, I love. The only downside, and this isn't even the set's fault. Like, this is not a knock against the set. It's just me personally as a collector. I already have a minifig scale AT-AT. So, like, while I think it's a great set, it's not something that fulfills a need in my collection. So, even this great set doesn't mean much to me. And like I said, it's not like it's a set. It's just kind of my situation, which is fine.
And do you feel the same about the Razor Crest?
The Razor Crest, I mean, yeah. That's the thing, like, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I'd say maybe to a lesser extent about the Razor Crest. Like, I think it's a fine set. I don't think it looks great, but I think it has a good amount of features. Having seen more of the interior, I'm actually really happy with what they were able to incorporate into that set. So I do appreciate that. Shout out to Matthew T, by the way, for the $2 dono. He says, "I'm very glad they're all playsets." But, yeah, that's pretty much it, right? It's like Lego knew, like, oh, this August wave isn't gonna be, like, amazing. So let's put out the helmets first. And then when we actually give people playsets, it's gonna be a big deal. Like, it's very strategic with how they did that. John T in the chat says, "How many battle packs will you buy?" I'm still not sure. Like, I want a lot. I definitely want a lot. The supply is gonna be the biggest factor into that, just because, like, you know, am I gonna be able to just walk into any store and get them whenever I want? Like, is it gonna be a hard set to acquire? I'm not sure yet. So
I'd say order online. Just keep, like, hitting refresh at 12:59
Right.
p.m.
And that's the other thing. In the U.S., we have a very unique situation because, like, obviously every other set is coming out in September. 501st Battle Pack, however, is rumored it might come out the first. Like, we don't know. But could you see a situation where we don't get advance notice and it just kind of pops up on the website like, oh yeah, it's available now? Like, that would be a mess.
Oh yeah.
Sucks. That'd be crazy.
The thing I'm looking forward to about the 501st Battle Pack is, like, when you go to the store to buy it and you'll see other people buying it, you'll, like, sort of know, okay, well, that guy sort of gets
Right, yeah.
just behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really hope. I just want at least one person who buys. I want to sell a 501st Battle Pack to one person who has heard the 501st Battle Pack song. That's all I want.
yeah.
Like,
You got sign it. You can sign it though.
oh, that would be crazy. Oh my god.
Dude,
Jay, you should play the song over the Lego store intercom.
If I were allowed to do that, I totally would.
I would go to Texas to hear that song in the Lego store.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe I could work out a deal with Lego. Be like, look, guys, like, come on, like, it's a clean song, you know, like, just go ahead and play it, you know, no big deal. Francis says it kind of sucks for me because when it comes out, I have to go through the whole process of asking my mom if I can make an order. I could see that, like, that's one thing.
That, yeah.
That's one of the great things about being an AFOL, not really being at the mercy of your parents to, like, get
When you're adult,
sets.
you have expendable income.
Exactly.
What time do Lego sets come out normally? Like on the day of release?
Like midnight.
Midnight, yeah. It's always midnight.
Yeah, there'd be
Oh,
no
man.
way I'd be able to get my mom up and be like, 501st Battle Pack time is now.
You know what? So here's what I'd say you guys can do.
Already.
For anyone who wants to do it, if you have access to a Lego store, and you're like, it's a matter of like your parents letting you order it, just go to the Lego store and get a gift card. They work online, and then you can just buy it whenever you want, right? Like you don't need to like ask for like anyone's credit card. You just have the money to
Oh,
buy it
good
when that
idea,
day
yeah.
comes.
That's a big brain move, Jay.
Bro, I'm always thinking, bro.
Smart.
That's why they call me Young Rich Boy, the Finesse God. They don't actually call me that, but I imagine sometimes people do it. Shout out to Timeless again. Oh my god, another $2.99 dono. He says, I got a Lego display for The Last Jedi. I want to give it to you. What is it? Kevin Gormley says, I got a debit card so I could stay up late to order Somersets on July 31st. That's what's up, bro. So here's a question I have for everyone. Anyone who's an adult who has lived through, like, that... But I guess this is kind of a difficult question. Maybe I'll preface it, and you guys can tell me if this even applies to you. So, like, when I was younger, you know, the internet wasn't, like, readily available. So any Lego sets I really wanted, or, I like, any Lego set knowledge... I only got that from being in the store, like showing up to the store and seeing, oh, like this new thing is out. So, what like growing older and kind of being able to just look up information on any Lego set and like even knowing far ahead of time what's gonna come out, it's kind of like lessened the surprise and of that childhood ignorance of just kind of strolling into a store and seeing what was new and coming out. So like. How do you guys, if this applies to you, if you've experienced this, like, how do you weigh these two things against each other? Like, would you give up your adult life and being able to buy whatever you want for, like, the thrill of walking into a Lego store and genuinely not knowing what's going to be there? Like, how important was that to you guys?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, because even when the internet was available, you know, because you're a kid, you still have that kind of sensation, right?
Right, yeah.
And yeah, it has like a magic element to it. Like, oh.
I mean, even like when I was younger, I can't really remember the last time I went into like a store and I was like, hey, can I just get this set that I randomly saw? Maybe when I was like really young, but like when I was like 7 or 6, not 6, but like when I was 7, I remember I would like research it with my brother in our grandparents' house on the computer, like different sets, and then we would like get them when we had enough money. So I think that like being able to know which sets are out and like what they are, I think, and that's not really like just going in and being blind and like just buying a set is not really a crazy experience for me.
I feel you. Gooby says, half your catalogs were my life, looked at it all day. Oh, those were the days, man. Like, I remember I would always, like, take my Lego catalogs to school. I think working at the Lego store, I kind of take for granted that I'm just around Lego sets all day, every day. So, like, seeing a Lego set, like, really used to feel special, right? Like, there's always that moment of excitement when you walk around the corner to the Lego aisle, and it's like, oh, yes, Lego sets. But, like, especially now with just my lifestyle and YouTube and everything, like, there's just always Lego around me everywhere. Like, I work with Lego, I come home, I have, like, 2 rooms dedicated to Lego. There's just Lego everywhere. So I don't have that same, like, amazing feeling of just seeing a Lego set.
Yeah.
The Filmden says, do you agree with what M&R said about the AAT? I don't know exactly what he said, but from what I remember, he didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, so yeah.
You know, this may be a hot take, but I don't really think the AAT is the worst set of this wave. Like,
oh, it's not.
I think the AAT is a better set than
the Night Buzzard.
The Night Buzzard, the General Grievous Starfighter, and Anakin's Intercept.
I wouldn't go that far. I would not go that far. Okay, the General Grievous Starfighter price is absurd, but it still looks good. Like it's not a poorly designed set by any means. Like I think that set looks fantastic. It's just the price. So I'd say that, I mean, if you just saw both of those sets without any context of the price, and you were like, which one looks more accurate to like what it's supposed to be? I think most people would say, oh, the Grievous Starfighter.
Yeah.
Sure, if price was taken out of factor, then yes, I would agree.
So I think just set wise, I'm putting the AAT pretty low. So that's the thing. Even the Night Buzzard. The Night Buzzard and AAT are a toss-up. Because I think the Night Buzzard looks better. Like, it aesthetically just looks like more like a Night Buzzard than the AAT looks like an AAT.
Exactly. I mean, the proportions are correct, like, in that scale, I guess, but...
It's clearly a set that should not be a $70 set.
Exactly.
It's just not, like... I think certain vehicles, like, there is definitely, like, a limit for how small you can make it, and I think we really saw this with the most recent Sandcrawler, for example. Like that was like 130, and people like crapped on it. Like it wasn't a bad looking Sandcrawler. It's $130 just isn't a great price for a Sandcrawler because it inevitably is going to look
it was 140.
goofy. Oh my god, yeah, it's just inevitably going to look silly because the Sandcrawler is such a huge vehicle in canon. Similarly, like the Night Buzzard is one of those vehicles, and it's like the interior especially. Oh my god, like...
Oh, well, you can't even call it that, yeah.
You can't put the knights in it. It's just like a two-person...
Yeah.
Yeah, they stick out like a microfighter.
Yeah, it's like, I can't believe they did that. I literally cannot believe, like, that was their solution. I think halfway through the design, when they realized, oh, like, we can't even fit the figures in this thing, like, we should just not pursue this and make something else.
Yeah.
Elijah Neal says, I would have preferred a Night Buzzard with an interior. Hopefully it'll get an update down the line because I like the design of the ship. Yeah, it's a decent design of the ship, but that interior was very unfortunate. Timeless 299 with another dono. He says, the Chad 501st Battle Pack, the Virgin AAT. That's pretty much how I feel. Like, that AAT is pretty lame.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't even be as critical on it if it weren't for the fact that, like, Lego, like, it's gotten worse than what Lego has done before. Like,
it's freaking small.
Yeah, like,
oh,
I still think the original AAT, scale-wise, proportions-wise, was, like, amazing. And they've gone away from that with every single one. Like, the second one at least looked good, but it was too big. So it's like, okay, like, shrink that down, and, like, you're onto something. And then they released the next one, the tan one, and it's like, oh, like, you, like, completely went away from the design philosophy of the first two. Like, go back in the other direction. And, like, the blue one is, like, a slightly bigger one, I guess, but it still has the problems that the tan one had, and even more. Like, the cannon, the entire top section is just out of control.
Oh, it's just a mess, yeah.
It's like two different people designed them without, like, talking about the scales. So then when they finally, like, came together, it's like, oh, like, we messed up, but whatever, it's too late, just put the set out.
It's like if, like, the 2009 AAT and, like, the 2015 one, like, had a kid.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
No, Jay, you should be thankful that we're getting Clone Wars sets.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
Clone Wars set.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a
Everything's,
conversation.
like, so scaled down now.
That reminds me of a conversation I was having with someone. I was, like, in some Facebook group, and someone asked, like, oh, like, should George Lucas make more Star Wars movies? And one person was just like, I really want a George Lucas Star Wars movie, even if it sucked. And I'm just like what? Like, why? Like, why?
What's the difference between a sucky George Lucas movie and a sucky Disney movie?
Exactly, right? Like,
It's
Why would you
still...
want a bad movie no matter who it came from?
Exactly.
yeah.
I think it would be fine if, like, only if, like, George had, like, help from script writers and help him with the dialogue.
I think he should.
No,
I think the
Lucas
biggest problem.
didn't even write.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, George can, like, I think George would be good to write, like, a treatment for a story. Like, these are the main beats that I think we need to hit. get someone else to write the screenplay, and please get someone else to direct it. Shout out to Timeless for the $2.99 dono. He says opinions on the new Bad Batch show. So I've talked about this. I think I've cooled down on it a little bit. I'm not as annoyed, but I still stand by my belief that I just don't care. I'm just not interested.
Oh yeah.
I won't be surprised if they just put in the scenes from like the, I guess the cut episodes. From that
Oh yeah, there was a Kashyyyk arc, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
wouldn't be surprised
really?
they do that at the beginning.
That's maybe what inclined them to make this show, just to
Yeah.
reuse all the they could.
How many seasons do you think it's gonna be?
Like
At least two. At least
Yeah.
two.
Wow, at least.
Rebels. So here's the thing: Rebels was 4 seasons, and I'd say that was like a more important show. So I'd say 2 to 3 probably for this. But that's the thing, like it can't be that long. Like think about the era that we're in, and like how much time is between like the events of this and before everything just looks like the Empire and just looks like Rebels. So
I hope it's like at least a couple months after, because I am curious like how the transition was from the clones to the stormtroopers in terms of like how the clones took it.
that I find interesting, but just telling the story from the point of view of the Bad Batch, I think is not the way to go. Like,
Yeah.
literally, like I'd rather see like any other Clone Wars character that has an actual personality.
I honestly would rather for it to be like a mini series, just like 1 season or something like that.
I'd be totally fine with that.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that too.
2 seasons it already feels like a stretch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like 7 seasons of the Clone Wars feels like a lot because it's like
Oh yeah.
the time period is not that long. So like 7 seasons of that, and obviously like it's spread across multiple characters, so it works. But it's still, it's like in retrospective, like as someone who saw episodes 2 and 3, and then like watched the Clone Wars, it's like man, like all this stuff happened. Like Anakin had like an apprentice who like joined the Jedi Order, got like let go from the Jedi Order, and like kind of came back to help the Jedi. Like all in this time period, like all these characters got involved. Like Anakin had like friends that were clones. Like it's just it's a lot. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying like at a certain point it does get to like okay, like come on, like this, you're doing a bit much for this time period that isn't that big of a time gap.
I don't know, man. Anything could happen in 3 years.
And there's video games too. There's movies, TV shows, video games. There's just so much information in that little time period.
Especially Legends.
Oh
They
yeah,
really went in like in depth on that.
there is no shortage of Star Wars content. That's for sure. Honey Brick says opinion on the ITS transporter. Good looking vehicle, but the interior I think leaves a lot to be desired.
Oh really?
Better than the night.
Like the cockpit is like very small. Like you can only fit one figure in there. And even like the main cargo area, I don't know. It's just not very interesting. Like I don't know.
It could have been better as a $150 set because of the size. But also
Right.
It's not that recognizable of a vehicle because it's at Galaxy's Edge.
Yo, Jay, your next mock should be Camino because you already have a custom-made Slave 1 and Obi-Wan Starfighter. I have a lot of vehicles for a lot of different location mocks. That's why I love building them because people always try to like speculate, like, oh, like what does this mean? It's like it might mean something, it might mean nothing. Like, you'll find out. Like I have like a ton of vehicles for Naboo, for example. I have like 2 custom Naboo Starfighters, 3 tan AATs, like. This is why I don't mind, spending a decent amount of money on custom vehicles because they last. They can be used in multiple contexts, so usually works out. Man, finding a 1x1 black brick in this mess is not easy.
It's like a scrapyard on Ornamental.
Yeah. What's up, Sarah Valentine Bode? I still stand by my belief that a Martez Sisters show would be more interesting. And that's apparently a hot take, but I still stand by it. I just think, for one, like, they're just more interesting characters than the Bad Batch. They have, like, far more personalities. Like, I don't think that's disputable. They just do.
Yeah, like, the Bad Batch show is just gonna be like Lego Star Wars G.I. Joe. I mean, that's Star Wars G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll put it as like Star Wars, like rejected A team. Honestly,
Oh yeah.
What'd you say?
like a rejected version of like Star Wars A team.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't leave that arc in the Clone Wars like, oh, like I want to see more of these guys. You know, it's just like, okay, like a thing happened, and I guess Echo's with them. So
Yeah, not everybody remembers like ever since like the Siege of Mandalore arc, everybody almost forgot about the Bad Batch arc.
everyone, yeah, exactly. It's like the Martez Sisters arc is like memorable for the wrong reasons, and the Bad Batch just kind of gets lost in the shuffle. I also think if it were up to me, I think Ahsoka just would not have been in season 7 of the Clone Wars, and then you just do a show with her and the Martez sisters, and basically just her like living life after being a Jedi, like kind of like, and they had those episodes planned for the end of the Clone Wars, but like I think I would like for her to like fully submit herself into, life after a Jedi. I just think that's far more interesting, like seeing that transition. Shout out to Matthew T for the $5 dono. He says, to be fair, the ITS transport looks exactly like the one from the ride, and the interior is just supposed to be space for people to stay in. That's fair. That's fair. I guess I just think of like a $100 Lego set. Like, what might the interior look like on a $100 Lego set? And even something like the Sith Infiltrator, for example, like the most recent one, I think was like a $90 set. But like the cockpit area with Darth Maul was cool. Like his speeder could fit in, and there's like an area for like his little pro droid things. Like I don't know, like that just seemed that was just more of an interesting interior than just space, in my opinion.
Sith. Oh, is that the one from the Darth Maul ship?
Yeah, it's Darth Maul's not Attack of the Clone, Phantom Menace ship.
Oh yeah, that's it's kind of underrated, like the latest one.
Oh yeah, I like that set a lot. Like I remember when I first saw it, and I was like, "Oh my god, a $90 Sith Infiltrator!" But like having gotten and built it, like I like the set. It's a good set. Shout out to Timeless again. He says, "What's the best way to clean a huge Lego set?" Compressed air is great for dust.
I go through so many cans of compressed air.
Oh, just for your Lego collection?
Yeah. It's so useful.
It's good stuff.
Like, I go through a lot of cans.
Do I want a Grievous show? No. I don't. If there's like, I'll tell you what. If I had to have a show on just any existing Star Wars character, I would go with someone like Captain Atheno and Quiggled. Like, we never really hear him talk. Like, they're just kind of around. But the guy looks cool, so I don't know. Maybe he's interesting. Maybe not. Like,
I would say more shows about like background characters, because I feel like we get too much focus on main characters. Where it feels too centralized.
Yeah, I would just like, honestly, I would like any Star Wars show that's just not about something we already know. Like, just tell a new story. Like I said, to me, at this point especially, I just want a Star Wars story that isn't filling in blanks, but just, like, going in a new direction. I just want to watch a Star Wars show where I genuinely do not know what's going to happen. Like, where is this going to go? I don't know.
That was the thing with the Mandalorian before all these new rumors, right?
Exactly, yeah. No, that's why it worked so much. Like, it's just its own thing, and like, is he gonna live? Is he gonna die? Like, who is he? What is he gonna do?
Exactly.
Like these are all interesting things, and yeah, I feel like characters that we get to know and talk about, like, they're made for a certain reason, and they have a certain place in the films, and I don't need for certain characters to be overexposed per se. Like, Captain Atheno, I don't know anything about him. Like, I guess he had a comic, so if I really want, I can read that. But, like, we've never seen him in live action, like, actually doing stuff. So, like, you can maybe do something with him. Like, who knows? Maybe make a new character. I don't really care. Like, it can be... I'd say him because he looks kind of cool. But, like, it doesn't even have to be him. It could be literally anything. Just anything new and interesting. Like, that's just what I want. Like, it's very unfortunate. Like, every show coming out is like... Oh, remember this guy? This is what he was doing. Remember this person? This is what they did off screen. Like, Cassian, Obi-Wan, Bad Batch. Like, ugh.
If we didn't get the Mandalorian show that we have now, would you have liked to see a Mandalorian show like before episode 1?
I mean, I wouldn't. Sorry, I mean, I don't have really strong feelings towards it. Like, that could be interesting. It could not be. I don't know. Like, sure, maybe.
I felt like what Legends did really well, like, I would say during the 2000s, was like, they had a mix of like main character and background character. Not arcs, but like backstories of what happened during the time period, which made it more interesting and overall connected like the story as a whole.
Right, yeah.
So at least for the prequels.
I guess I feel like
What
we
else
got...
does it do?
I guess I just feel like we got so much of Mandalorians in the Clone Wars and Rebels to where even they feel overexposed. Like, I just feel like I've seen so much of them outside of the Mandalorian show. That, like, a Mandalorian show would still feel like it's... After Clone Wars and Rebels, a Mandalorian show would still feel like it's just filling in blanks.
Yeah, like, for example, I feel like Darth Maul was, like, being overused.
Oh, absolutely. No, like...
Absolutely.
Darth Maul
Like, at
is...
first, like, for the Clone Wars, I was like, okay, that's cool, he came back, but he didn't have to be in Rebels.
He really did.
Yeah.
I still
It's like
contend he
too
should have died where he died, but...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone hates
same
Maul.
here.
I like Maul. He's like one of my favorite characters.
That's the thing, like people hear me say that...
He didn't have to be overused.
Like, people hear me say that, and they assume...
What they did was, like, good, like, it wasn't over, like, it wasn't stupid, like, Palpatine. Like, it had a whole backstory, besides just saying, like, oh, Palpatine's back, like...
I mean, sure, but that's still... You're still comparing a series to one film. So, I mean, if there was a... here's the thing. Like, Darth Maul coming back is... And my feelings towards it, like, literally don't matter... Or aren't really reflective of how good or bad he was of a character. It's just, like... Why is he around? Like, why is he not just dead? Why is he just allowed to, like, be angry and stay alive? Like, why couldn't the Emperor do that before Episode 9? Why couldn't Vader do that? Like, it just causes more problems than it's worth. Like, Maul could have just been someone else, and, like, you just tell a story of a guy who, you know, goes through his same story beats, like, maybe works as a crime syndicate. Maybe, honestly, just replace Maul with Savage Opress. Just have Savage do all the stuff that he does anyways. Like... Savage obviously came from where he came from, so maybe he finds out, like, oh, like, my brother that I was close to, like, got killed by this Jedi, and I want revenge for him. You can still tell all the exact same story points that you tell with Maul, but you don't have to, like, make death meaningless in Star Wars in the process. Like, I think that, like, so Darth Maul and Savage just being Savage makes way more sense to me, just in terms of Star Wars, because, like, Maul got cut in half and he fell down a thing, and, like, that to me is like, you're done. Like, stay home. You're done.
As we know, falling down things doesn't kill you all the time.
That's a problem.
Cut in
Falling
half,
down
though.
should kill you. Like,
Exactly.
God. Shout out to Disoria Junkie. He says, how about a series between episodes 1 and episode 2? See, that's still filling in blanks. I just, like, episode 2 is pretty much, I think, where the prequels could just start. So doing more stuff before it just kind of seems pointless. Like Anakin in episode 1, Anakin and episode 2 are such different characters. And episode 3 Anakin obviously develops into Vader. So, like, why even, who cares, like, what he was like before episode 2? But at least that's just how I feel. Like, he's just a little kid, like, I don't know, like, that's not interesting.
Maybe in comics, like, kind of like expand the universe kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess like if you want to show like him training, I guess that's fine. But
Yeah.
to make a whole show just around that, like I've seen, like I said, I've seen so much of Anakin at this point. Like I'm cool. Like Vader's story, like boom, like I'm good. I don't need any more information. Like I got everything I need from that character.
I would like to see Vader more on screen. Like he's been in a lot of comics.
We've seen plenty of Vader on screen. We
You're
have no
right,
idea
yeah.
who he is.
Vader's been in Vader's been in he's been in the prequels. He's been in the original trilogy, obviously. He was in Clone Wars and Rebels. Like
What is there left to tell for Vader's story? It's like
he's in Rogue One.
Like
It's already
if
completed.
you want to see Darth Vader killing rebels, then I'm sorry, just play video games.
Yeah, that is exactly
want to.
like.
I mean, like I would like to see other characters over Vader, but I mean, I would not say no to it.
But that's the thing. Like, it's not necessarily bad. Like, it's not. It wouldn't be awful.
Yeah.
But it just, like I said, like these characters are becoming overexposed. Like Han Solo, especially. Thank God, like the Solo film is a different person, so you in your mind can kind of dissociate the two. But
Yeah.
like by all means, like certain characters, just like let them have their story and just move on. Like I feel like we've just seen so much of Vader that doing more with him would really just feel like a cash grab. Like
Oh yeah.
slap Vader on it and people will buy it because it's Vader.
All right, I'm gonna switch out with another mod. Take care, everyone.
All right, take care, Colt. Thanks for hanging out.
Cool. Take care.
Oh, shout out to Timeless again. Man, Timeless with the non-stop donos today. He says, would you want the Jedi Lego mosaic? That'd be cool. Like if they had a Jedi counterpart to it.
Oh,
I
nice.
feel like we need a.
I want a Jedi Bob mosaic.
Oh my, could you imagine? That thing, they might as well put the Jedi Bot mosaic straight on the clearance rack, because that's where it's going. No offense to Jedi Bob, but let's be a 100 and a mosaic of a character that's like what 1.5 times as expensive as the set the character came in initially. Like,
Yeah.
Yo, what's up?
what's going on?
Heck no.
How's it going on this fine Tuesday? Is it Tuesday?
It is
Yeah,
I
Tuesday.
think so.
Alrighty.
Going good. We vibing.
Andre says, honestly, I wouldn't have watched Rebels if Vader, Ahsoka, and Rex weren't in it. There's, I mean, okay.
Bro,
Vader was in Rebels too.
I was watching Rebels last night, and all you guys saying it's a kid's show, I got a little spooked.
Oh, did you?
Ooh,
Were you
okay.
crying and shaking? Were you literally crying
No,
and shaking?
I just got a little spooked. There was this one. It's the episode where Ezra has schizophrenia, and he's Darth Maul.
Wait, what?
And Darth
Oh,
Maul's like
oh.
boo, and I was like ah.
Bro,
It was
did
really
Darth
late.
Maul stab Ezra and kiss him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's like gore,
What
right?
is this, a fan fiction?
Golly. Man, that Clone Wars episode was like rated R. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, Dave
Like,
Filoni.
that didn't air in most countries.
We need to
Wow,
petition to get that Clone Wars episode removed from
That Camino
Disney
episode,
Plus.
right?
Oh, we're
No, that was
stabs
on Coruscant.
Archer the Bolt.
No, it was on
Oh,
Camino.
sorry.
Wait, did she stab and kiss someone twice?
Oh, was that on Camino?
No,
oh,
like,
sorry,
what
I just
happens-
remember the surroundings. It looks like Coruscant.
It was in a hallway in Camino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The scene went like, obviously Ventress is holding Commander Colt, like on the wall. She stabs him and then kisses him on the cheek.
Right. Okay.
Pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
Darth
Very
Maul should have done that to Ezra. That would have been funny. Ezra would have been like Ezra's last words would have been, "Wait, but what are we?" And then just would have died.
That would have been very good, yeah.
Bro, see,
Alright.
if you're gonna bring Darth Maul back, you gotta do something like that. Like that. If that happened, I'm sold on Darth Maul, bro. Like
Yeah.
a Darth
in
Maul.
about like 4 minutes, we're gonna add somebody from the waiting room into the stream,
All right.
and we have 9 people, and that's usually the max. Are we gonna swap somebody out, or
Yeah, we should swap someone out.
alrighty? It's almost been an hour, right?
I don't know.
About 46 minutes.
46.
Or yeah, it's about to be 50 minutes.
You guys telling me y'all wouldn't want to see a Darth Maul, Sabine, and Ezra love triangle? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Wait. Let me think about this.
like Sabine's and
Okay, okay.
Sabine's the type to like want to be into bad boys. So maybe Sabine would like Maul. Maul would
But I
like
thought Sabine
Ezra.
actually likes Ezra in the show. No, there was never
Like, Maul's like-
No.
anything there.
Maul would like Ezra, and Ezra would like Sabine.
Yeah, Maul is like
Oh.
twice his age. Actually, Star Wars has no problem with that.
Exactly. Yeah. Come on, really? Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. This is why I need to be writing Star Wars stories. I know what the fans want.
Oh gosh. Gay Darth Maul
One.
is what they want. Gay Darth.
Bro, you're telling. Never mind. I don't know. Darth Maul was pretty eccentric in the Phantom Menace. I could see
Yeah, I
it.
will say he said like one thing, and I was
Right.
like, yeah, I can tell.
When he said, "At last we reveal ourselves to the Jedi," what he was actually talking
Oh
about
my god.
was
God.
coming out of the
Oh,
closet.
Oh, the turn.
I mean,
I just don't understand. Like, why did this not happen?
it's all because of Disney.
Dave Filoni actually wanted Darth Maul to be a gay character, but Disney was just like, nah, fam. Sal Valentine Bode says, please, Rich Boy J, answer my question. Well, here we go. I got you. I did a Star Wars personality test, and I got Poe. Can you do a video of you doing a Star Wars personality test? I can
Like
look
a
at it.
BuzzFeed
I don't know if I
one?
do a video on it, but I can check it
Do
out.
it right now.
Yeah.
Imagine if Dave Filoni throws some sexy wolves into the love triangle. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh.
like the Darth Maul
Oh,
love triangle
God.
thing isn't any more adult than some of the other stuff in Clone Wars, right? Like that one guy's wife.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's very true. I don't know how that was on Cartoon Network. It's Jedi Bob said Cartoon Network is very exclusive. And
Oh, yeah.
draws the line.
Oh yeah. What kind of upset me for the Clone Wars, like the Filoni Clone Wars, is that he put more priority, more time on his clones rather than like clones from like the films or like Legends.
Oh, like I
Yeah,
mean,
like remember that one time in Clone Wars when Commander Cody did that one thing?
Oh,
That
yeah.
was great.
I have so many favorite Commander Cody moments.
And
I mean, I guess he does stuff with Gree. Like Gree does something, right? I don't remember honestly.
He has two
Yeah,
red
he was-
mohawks. So
Yeah, he was in that
great
episode, like escorting Luke Garner, yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
and Battle of Geonosis.
Uh,
Well, at least the second one.
Yeah, yeah, he fought hand to hand with that other blonde guard. Who was that guy?
It was a Senate
I
guard.
love-
I don't remember his name.
Captain something.
That's the one that that Asajj kills. Like she like
Yeah,
stabs
she
him through
kills
the
him
back.
through the seat.
Oh,
Does
right,
she
yeah.
kiss him when he
That was
dies?
great.
Honestly, just don't remember.
Yeah, he was like flying a ship or something, and she puts her lightsaber to the back of the seat, and it's just like, yeet.
But does she
Turns it
kiss
on.
him?
I don't know. I mean,
No,
she was totally
I don't think.
That
She
man
was
wasn't exactly the
weird.
looker, so.
Bro, he had like young Sheev hair. Like his hair reminded me of the Palpatine's hair from the original Clone Wars cartoon. Like he had these
Oh, yeah.
luscious blonde
Oh, yeah.
locks. Like
He always looked like a Mandalorian to me.
he did look like a Mandalorian.
But he's got those cheekbones. So. Oh, I was playing Lego Star Wars 3 last night.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was cool. Yeah.
I need to play the.
I did not get to the part where the clones were working out. So, I was disappointed.
Bro, imagine your parents walking in on you when that scene comes on.
Uh,
Like, how would you explain that?
It's rated E10 and up. It's
Eat for
good.
everyone.
No,
Techno
it's actually not.
I think they would be proud of
Techno Union be like, yo, I play these. I like this game for the gameplay. I promise.
Yeah. Oh, it was super weird. Like the Nexu and the Acklay and the what's the Rhino
Reek.
guy? Reek. They're so weird. They're just CGI models that sometimes have Lego parts on them.
That is
the
weird.
Acklay has bionicle legs.
That's kind of funny.
No, like not even all the legs are bionicle. The front two are bionicle because those are the ones that you chop off.
I mean, they just did it that way, I guess, so you'd like the Lego elements are the things that can break.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought at first. But then, like, you had to be Obi-Wan and, like, stab it through the chest. So,
Wow.
I don't know. Very gruesome. Also, they kind of, like, made fun of Jango's death.
What? What did they do? What did they do?
Mace Windu... So, Mace Windu and Jango are like, pew! And Mace Windu runs at him. You hear the lightsaber flash, and you see Jango's helmet fly up to where Count Dooku's sitting, and Boba puts on his helmet.
That is so awkward.
Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Hey, where'd my dog go?
Yeah. Boba was kind of giddy about it, too. He was just like,
Finally, that old geezer is dead. I can
Yeah.
take his cool ship now. Shout out to the Filmed In for the $1.99 dono. He says, "What is your favorite film other than not Star Wars?" Yeah, Sarah Valentine Bode gets it. It's Back to the Future.
Oh, Back to the Future.
Oh yeah, dude. Back to the Future is GOAT status.
That's the thing. I don't have an other favorite film than Revenge of the Sith.
I mean, Star Wars
Oh.
is... Whoa. No, I'm playing.
whoa.
Star Wars is good enough.
Hold on.
Star Wars is enough for me.
I mean, if it's Revenge of the Sith, I don't know if that could be enough for anyone.
I mean,
But-
yeah, but, you know, different strokes for different folks.
That's
Right.
true. If you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. I'm not brave
I'm more
enough
of an
for
Indiana
politics.
Jones guy, but
Oh,
Back to
are
the
you?
Future is pretty dope.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
And yes, I do have the Back to the Future's idea set. I actually hadn't even seen Back to the Future until I got that set.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that set is what made me watch
Oh,
Back to the
wow.
Future.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Oh, so you didn't, like, watch it when you were younger?
Nope.
Okay.
I got the
Well,
set
that's
and I was kind of
Didn't
like,
they have like reruns of that?
oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Well, I remember Back to the Future 2 Day.
Oh yeah. It
That was the
was.
same year
That
Force
was
Awakens.
a weird
came out.
day.
Yeah, it was something. It was like was it October? Is that 2015?
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
happened. I just remember I went home and watched the second Back to the Future, which is not as good as the first one.
It is not.
I haven't seen the second or third one.
Good.
The other one was like kind of wild for me.
Yeah, a little whack.
Wild West.
Oh, I see what you did there. Ooh.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, wait, we're 5 minutes over. I promised the guy in the waiting room that I'd bring him in.
All right, execute order 66.
All right, who's it gonna
Must
be?
stand trial.
He
Does
must
anyone
stand
wanna
trial.
volunteer?
I need him.
Does anyone want to volunteer before things get messy?
I will use my 4 or 5 saber combat.
So I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to make one of you guys leave.
Bro, you gotta say what the clone said to
Don't.
what's his face,
It'll
to Bail
be done by
Organa.
Lord.
It's time.
Sorry.
It's time for you to leave.
It's time for you to
That's what it
leave.
is.
And so it is.
And he did. Whoa, 2 people left?
Oh wait, 2 people. I meant to do 1. I did 1. But
I think
another
one left voluntarily and the other
Oh
one just
no.
picked.
Oh well, there are.
I think you've gone too
Wait.
far in a few places.
Yeah. That,
Okay, wait, hold on. No, now you have to say, "What have I done?
What have I done? Okay.
What have I done?
What have I done?"
I mean, there were 2 people in the waiting room, so
Yeah, move him in.
all right.
Moving in.
Right, welcome. Oh wait. Oh, he moved back.
Oh.
You're all,
What's going
give
on?
him-
He said, "You're not taking him without a fight."
Oh yeah.
Bro, I'm on it with the Star Wars quotes today.
The stone.
Yep.
Icky goo.
So what?
I hope Techno is
Yeah.
figuring this out because I don't know what's happening.
Say.
Francis says, "You're going down a path I can't follow.
I'm not making a lot of noise, right?
You turn her against me."
What
Alright,
happened?
we
there
back.
now?
General Kenobi. We had a bit of a like technical difficulty.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, good.
You have failed me for the last time.
Luckily,
Yeah, that
nothing
was
came
my
out fire.
bad. No, everything was well watered and not
I'm
fire.
still flying.
Apology accepted, Captain
Still have
Techno.
mine
Could you imagine if you replaced all like the Imperial officers with like a Trade Federation leaders? Like that was like a special edition change.
Destroy the rebel ship.
Oh, no.
Apology accepted. Wat Tambor.
Oh.
Oh,
Now it's
one highlight about the Lego Star Wars 3 is there's a Wat Tambor minifig, and
Oh, yeah.
boy, it,
Of course there is.
yeah, it like uses
2009.
some specialized mold that's never been made.
I mean, if they were to make a Wat Tambor, he would need a specialized mold for sure.
Oh yeah, he looks great. No.
Apology accepted. Viceroy Gunray.
Techno, Lego Star Wars 3, how many seasons does it cover from the Clone Wars?
Oh, shout out to CM Productions for the $3 dono. He says, "What's your
It's only
price estimation for
interesting.
Starkiller?" I couldn't even begin to like. I have no
Because
idea.
That game, it came out in 2009, right?
Yeah, so it covers
Yeah, so
the
by that time, it's only
Geonosian
2
fight.
seasons.
It covers the Geonosian fight from Attack of the Clones, and just as the opening level, and then you also do the Clone Wars movie.
Oh.
And then,
Wait,
I don't know.
wait, Rada is in the game.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure. Kima.
Wat Tambor turns his knobs into. Bro, imagine like during like a meeting and like Wat Tambor is trying to talk and like Vader uses the Force to turn his knobs while he's speaking, just to mess with him. Bro, we need a Star Wars episode for Separatist edition.
He's so
That's the
stupid.
new series that's coming out next year, Disney Plus.
I mean,
Directed by Dave Filoni.
I mean, you have to do some recasting for some particular leaders. But,
Oh
Already?
oh no. Shout out to Timeless for the $1.99 dono. He says, "What do you want to become a Lego theme? I want JoJo. What is JoJo?"
Oh, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
it's what the people
Oh,
call
anime.
anime.
And anime.
Anime.
Yeah.
Wait, have you seen the behind the scenes Mandalorian thing?
I have not.
Because Dave Filoni pronounces anime anime.
Oh yeah, some people do that.
Anime.
It's interesting.
It's funny because I think Ahsoka was based, at least the Rebels Ahsoka was based on this film by the, what's it? Ghibli, I don't know how you pronounce it. Studio. I think
Ghibli? I don't know either. Sorry.
the Mononoke Princess?
Yeah, Princess Mononoke. I've
Yeah.
never seen that movie.
I think she was lightly inspired by well, yeah, by that character.
And I would think Ahsoka is Dave Filoni's sole creation. Like he only worked on Ahsoka because it's his pride and joy.
He worked on Ahsoka and that one Twi'lek's wife. The one clone Twi'lek wife.
I think her name's Sue.
She has a
Yeah,
name?
Oh,
I'm honestly shocked they gave her a name.
Wait, who?
The one,
her
the
name-
deserter?
That clone's wife.
Yeah. The one who basically wears Rey's rags with none of the clothes underneath it. Like, seriously, look at her. Look at Rey and look at her outfit. It's the same outfit, except Rey has, like, a shirt on, and she doesn't. Shout out to Waffles for the 420 dono. He says, Holdo looks kind of cute in that pic. Not gonna lie, I simp. Shout out to Holdo.
I mean, she was the chick from Jurassic Park, right?
She was in Jurassic Park. That's Laura Dern.
Yikes.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to Laura Dern.
I'm gonna go have dinner. So if another mod wants to hop in, by all means.
Alright, see ya, man. Thanks for coming on.
Alright.
Do any of you think that the Anakin Starfighter set is gonna retire soon?
I'm pretty sure it's already retired.
It's retired.
It's
like,
still on the
back
Lego
in
store.
day.
But is it like,
It's
is
back
it on
in
the
the
Lego
day.
website?
Yeah.
Like it, and you can buy it like right now?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought it was
I was
retired.
thinking of getting it because I found I had a gift card I didn't know about.
Well, I would say, yeah, I mean, if you want it, like, get it as soon as possible.
Okay.
No, save it for the poppers.
That's pretty good set.
Waffles, I don't think Holdo actually ever slapped anyone. I think Leia slapped Poe. I don't think Holdo ever slapped
She
him.
did. Yeah.
Least favorite Lego Star Wars set?
She did say, I like him. And Leia goes, me too.
Ooh. Another Star Wars love triangle, perhaps?
Are those pots and pans?
Yeah, he's got like the pots and pans in the
Who's
background.
like cooking?
I want to assume it's Waffles.
Waffles happening in the call.
Oh. Well, this is I don't know what to do with this information. My least favorite Lego Star Wars set is all of the helmets.
Really? I was gonna say the Twilight and...
Oh, the Twilight's up there. The Twilight and the helmets are on the same level for me.
The thing is, I'm trying to get like all the 2008 Walmart sets, and I have to get that set.
Oh man, that's rough. That's RUFF rough. That's the, I can hardly bring myself to criticize playsets now because we're not guaranteed playsets, so I look at playsets more fondly than I did before. And Trevor, the Twilight is a bad set. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
For me, it's like, it's a cool ship, but like, it didn't have to be named.
Whoever's making all that sound, you can mute.
The Twilight
You don't
is
want.
UGLY.
Also, whoever's cooking, you can just like mute yourself real quick. And that would be appreciated.
If you have to, just start muting random people until the sound goes away.
There's a microphone button.
It's like a microphone.
And if you
that you
click
touch.
it,
Are you on mobile or? Okay, so click where it says live stream, and then there's like an array of different buttons at the bottom, and just click the microphone, and that's how you mute yourself.
Appreciate that, Lightside Kylo. Do I like the new clone heads? Absolutely. They're amazing.
Yeah.
This is what I've been wanting. Those new clone heads are the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
They need more expressions though.
More expressions would be great.
Angry, tomorrow wars.
speaking of the...
Are we actually
new
lagging
phone-
right now? I see no issues on my side. Yeah, guys,
speaking of
stop spamming lag in the chat, please.
Speaking
So
of
fine,
the new clone heads, it wasn't necessarily guaranteed that the angry clone heads were going to go away. I thought they were still going to use them for like stormtroopers and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's not. So now it opens up to So now just stormtroopers just have random faces, which is kind
Well,
of cool.
there's still a possibility or a chance that the First Order might have them. There's only
I don't
six,
think
but,
so. I don't think so.
Yeah, when they deliberately make the stormtroopers have different faces, I feel like it's not like just clones and stormtroopers. I feel like they'll do that for First Order.
So I'm kind of torn on the new face thing for like stormtroopers. Like on one hand, it's great to get just like different figures. Like I appreciate that. The problem, however, is for someone like me who's trying to collect all the minifigs, like because they give like so many people different faces, like that significantly increases the amount of unique figures. So
That's very true.
so that's what's kind of unfortunate about it. But shout out to
Especially,
Timeless.
like figures like the Snowtrooper, or is it an AT-AT who has like a whole new head? Like,
Yeah,
it-
exactly,
It looks
yeah.
generic,
Yeah, they're new
but it's like
things.
new. Yeah.
Shout out to Timeless for the 199 dono. He says F's in the chat for angry clone face. Good riddance. Good riddance.
I mean, like when I saw angry clone heads like on stormtroopers, I wasn't mad about it because that it makes sense.
I don't really care. It's just not it's just not a great face. Like it kind of it has. I think absolutely overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, any face that can just be used on a civilian should be used. It's like angry clone face. Nobody ever has used it as like a civilian, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. It's such a
Maybe
niche
if they're
face.
outside of bar though.
Like I just don't like the eyebrows. They're just too bushy, and I don't know.
He's also too angry.
Yeah, he's a little too angry for my taste.
My mom wouldn't let me play with angry clone faces because they were too angry.
Just put that angry clone head like on a child minifig outside of the Lego store.
Apparently, is there a new Bad Batch trailer, or am I missing some? Like,
Oh, and to answer whose question, who asked him what he's making, he's building another Razor Crest. Yeah.
shout out to Timeless again. Oh my god, for the $4.99 dono. He says, "Alright, I'm leaving, dude. Thank you so much for everything today. I really do appreciate it. Have a good day, my guy." But yeah, so the nice thing about getting, and this is kind of, I like this about like the First Order sets, because the Force Awakens has really started doing this. But like getting neutral faces for just every troop, like if you just want it to like, I guess a good array of flesh tone faces, it's a good way to kind of build up a flesh tone neutral face collection, in my opinion. Like if you're just doing a mock, like you said, for civilians, like getting all these not angry clone heads is just really nice for that.
Especially if they're put in the battle pack.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I have to make like girl stormtroopers and stuff now, because now that they all have different faces.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
I'm honestly
I think
surprised they
yeah,
never did
I
that
wanna
for
be
the
a
First
person.
Order.
Yeah, like female stormtroopers were uncommon, but I think they should make them.
I think for the Empire, maybe not, but for the First Order, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, there's at least 2 that have like speaking roles in the First Order.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that in the theater. It was like it caught me off guard. I was like,
I
"Whoa, that's a
know
girl!"
Anyone who plays,
Yeah, the
anyone who
stormtrooper.
plays Battlefront 2,
Yeah,
they're-
like
they're
the
like-
scout trooper's the girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or
Like
for the First Order, the heavies are like the female.
Yeah,
yeah.
but the stormtrooper that says "Quiet Scum," that's the girl, right? In Rise of Skywalker. So
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember anything for that
Oh.
movie. I just
don't
remember
that movie.
in The Force Awakens, whenever Kylo's on like the bridge, not the bridge, he's on like a walkway on Starkiller Base, and he starts to some stormtroopers. I forget what he talks to them about. I think he like tells them to like put everything on lockdown and whatever, and then like the girl who he's talking to responds so you can hear him.
yeah,
Oh, Jay,
Whoever's talking right now, I can barely hear you. Who was that? Oh, that's James. Okay, let me turn you up. Okay, I literally could not hear you this whole time until just now. Okay, what were you saying?
Sorry, that was my bad. In Solo, when Han was busy trying to get through, there was a girl who said it back there, "We're going to need to see your ticket." I don't know if you remember that.
oh right, there's
Right,
like
but
a-
she's not. She's like a
gate officer.
yeah. She's not like a
Yeah,
stormtrooper.
yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I forget what they call them, but yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see who that was.
She takes the coaxium in exchange for Han to get through.
OJ, check meme chat. Stormy posted some fire memes.
Multiple memes?
2, to be precise.
Wow, it's a good day. Oh my god.
So you're sleeping in bed and urge Boy J to watch the Indiana Jones trilogy petition.
I'll do it. You guys don't have to petition for it. I'll do it.
You'll do it.
I'll do it.
Will you write a review for each of the films?
No.
Aw.
I only review Star Wars films.
But this one's got Han Solo in it.
That is true.
Yeah.
But the Solo movie also had Han Solo in it, and
That's
true. But this one's got like actual Han Solo.
The real Han Solo.
The real one.
the original.
Right.
I think it's fair to say, what's his name? Harrison Ford is the real Han Solo.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
No, actually, the real Han Solo isn't the Padawan Menace. Don't at me.
Oh, Ian.
Oh, no.
That's the only Han Solo I recognize.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I agree. What's his name? Ian.
I mean, he changed his name to Ian.
Yeah, it was first Ian and he's around.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
How did you?
I was literally shaking when I saw that reveal.
I know, that was great.
Yeah.
Didn't we know it was Han at the beginning?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I thought we already knew it was Han.
I didn't.
No, I don't
What
think
was
so.
Start.
What was with his lips? I don't like the young Han Solo had really weird lips. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone remembers that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
What's up, cowboy Lego guy? Squidman says, Jay, we need to have Boyo movie night like Matt is doing. I've been talking about that for the longest time. I just haven't done it, but it will happen. I promise.
Wasn't Matt doing one like yesterday?
Oh, I don't know.
No, but he's gonna do them with the channel members.
Okay.
Big Mr. T says, Ian being Han plot twist was bigger than the Darth Vader father reveal. Exactly.
42, baby!
What's up, bro? Ben Davies says, how much is your Razor Crest? It's like $600
Yay!
$600 or $700.
You made it, dude.
I'm just popping in here for a few seconds to say Admiral Holdo is my future wife.
I'm glad to hear that.
You say that a lot,
Okay,
a lot of people. So
I will send. That's all I gotta say.
Bro, Holdo is a queen.
Bro, Holdo is an empress. I'd let her rule my galaxy.
True,
I
true.
definitely hated her.
I would let her not tell me a plan. I would respect her decision to not tell me her plan.
hello.
There.
Man, finding parts in this pile is not easy.
Yeah, obviously with all those pieces, it's definitely not going to be easy.
There's so many. There's like 6,000 pieces on this table.
It's a big challenge, dude.
When I did this the first time, it wasn't so bad because I had like placed the parts on this table that day, so I kind of remembered where everything was. But now I'm like, where did I possibly put this thing? I don't know. There's so much gray.
Wait, is that the official set?
Say it again?
Is that the official set?
No, this is my mock.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sorry.
No, you're good. I wish if I had this set early, like, oh my god.
There's a lot of Baby Yodas out there.
No, this is my Razor Crest mock. You should sort them before. I mean, they are sorted. There's just so many of them. I literally just don't remember where they are. Like, Holdo would be a horrible companion. She wouldn't tell you anything. She wouldn't tell you if you deserve to know. And that's the kind of woman I want in my life. Nick Coulter says also work on your Crest, got more parts today. That's awesome. What percentage of parts do you have? Even if she is cheating on you. If Holdo is cheating on you and you don't deserve to know, then you don't deserve to know. Like, that's just how it is.
That's true.
You just gotta deal with
What
it.
it is.
She'll tell you when she wants to tell you.
Exactly. I would take a cheating Holdo over a faithful anyone else.
Yeah.
What about
Sure.
a faithful Ray though?
That is a good point. I need to rethink. I need to reconsider. I don't know. I might still choose cheating Holdo. Ray's just too. Ray. I wouldn't want a woman like Ray because she's too powerful and she has no faults and she's perfect.
Wow. Just against me.
I'm sorry, Techno. I had to do it to you.
I bet Star Wars series fiance feels the same way.
About Star Wars
actually
theory.
Yeah, she thinks he's too powerful for her.
He's too perfect.
Yeah.
Is Dave Filoni married? I guess he's not. I think I asked this before.
No,
I was like,
Dave Filoni is super lonely. Like, golly.
wait, but didn't hold on when he
He
posted
doesn't look like he minds.
when he posted that picture of like his birthday in his garage, did he not say like his girlfriend made that cake for him? Like,
No. I think he probably bought it.
oh,
No problems.
someone send Dave Filoni a birthday card. Diamond Guy says he has wolves.
Dude, how many cowboy hats do you think he has?
That's a great
Probably
question.
a ton. Like a whole shelf full of them.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine you walk into a saloon and you see Dave Filoni. Like,
Oh,
Like,
I'll be like,
You're not from
what's up,
around here.
cowboy?
Francis says Star Wars Theory said he didn't want his daughter if he had one to look up to Ray. Did he actually say that? Please don't tell me he actually said that.
Oh boy.
I can't have my daughter looking up to a powerful female in Star Wars. My daughter needs to look up to Padme. That's a woman my daughter can respect. Senator Amidala.
Yeah.
Nick Coulter says he's working on the engines. Nice. I can't wait to get to that point at some point. Trevor says his dog made the cake. Oh, that's so sad. I'm never going to talk about Dave Filoni again. He had the most depressing birthday party I've ever seen in my life.
I kind of want to see a dog run cake now. I mean, I
Yeah, that'd
think
be
people
cool.
were there at the birthday party. Just it was like a picture on a story, and it was framed just to be him.
Yeah.
So I think he was talking to people.
Oh,
And maybe
okay.
Kathleen came down to his party or something. Who knows?
Bro, that'd be cool. Does Dave Filoni live in
People
California?
Most likely.
Bro, I would chill with Dave
He
Filoni
looks like a Texas guy, to be honest with you. That's
because
what I think.
of the cowboy hat.
Yeah, mostly of that.
Bro, if Dave Filoni lived in, could you imagine if like I was secretly good friends with Dave Filoni? Like,
Maybe you are Dave Filoni.
I could be Dave Filoni.
With a mask, like Tom Cruise.
Dave, do you have any cowboy hats?
No, I have never owned a cowboy hat.
Same
How dare
here.
you?
I
You
have
live in
a
Houston
cowboy
and you don't
hat.
own a cowboy hat.
I'm
I've
sorry.
got one. I'm sure Comic Bricks has one as well.
I probably had one when I was little.
I'm not that
Yeah, I
Texan.
think I had one. I got one from my cousin, I think.
Like, I'm a little Texan, but I'm not like cowboy boots and cowboy hat Texan.
Ah,
It was like an Indiana Jones type of hat.
yeah.
That is very cool. You must be so proud. That
That's
come
like
out. That was
Dora.
a lot more condescending than I intended it to be. I'm sorry. But yeah, one day I'll meet Dave Filoni and we'll resolve our differences with a fight. I think he and I just need to have a good old fashioned fight.
Is anyone like
Western.
Like,
Western Duel.
That would be the most.
Crystal Way.
That would be the best, like, video thumbnail and title ever. I thought Dave Filoni almost died in the hood.
No, it's gotta be a classic duel standoff.
Yeah. Tons of action.
Gotta have force effect sabers.
Or
Call that
Oh,
Duel of the
wow.
Fates.
This fandom isn't big enough for the both of us.
You have revived Darth Maul for the last time. Bro, I'm gonna pull up on Dave Filoni. I'm gonna be like, you're gonna pay for all the Sith Lords you revived.
I mean, he did also revive Darth Maul for the first time, so.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean? What, there was more than one?
Or you said he revived Darth Maul for the last time, but he also did it for the first time.
No, by last time, I mean one was enough.
Oh, right. That's
I was just quoting Vader. Jeez, come on, man. Like, you have failed me for the last time.
Hey, I mean, people who don't watch the Clone Wars or know of the Clone Wars thought Ron Howard
Revived Darth Maul? Oh my god.
So,
That's amazing.
oh yeah. Ooh, I heard that sound effect.
But Jay,
Yes,
you
I
can't
do.
die. Just exploit that is true. I need one of my boyos to explore the world between worlds. So whenever I'm
Jay,
about to
so-
die, just pull me right out.
So what are you doing with the Razor Crest? Are you like updating it or?
No,
Making
this.
it
No, I
better,
need to just put this in the description of the video. I'm building this for Brick Plumber. So he
Oh, you're
commissioned me.
building someone a Razor Crest, basically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, okay.
You put it in the
That's
title.
awesome.
I honestly
So,
had no clue if you were like updating it or something.
Nah.
Me and Nuggies made another Star Wars theory meme. It's reacting to Dave Filoni coming out as Rich Boy J.
Rich Boy J just changed the prequels for me.
Oh, that's good.
And it's the clip of Dave Filoni saying that how Clone Wars was for children.
I mean,
So-
It says the man that like puts like people like heads coming off in the one episode though.
I don't know. What's a bigger reveal?
I mean, that's just part of life.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
that's still
Yeah.
popping off sometimes.
Just sometimes heads 20 heads at once being sliced off.
I mean, honestly, like what's the bigger reveal? Darth Maul being gay and having a love triangle with Ezra and Sabine, or me being Dave Filoni?
Video
I feel like
evidence.
Dave Filoni is the type of person to say Star Wars was never about Anakin. Even though the
Yeah.
whole prequels were made for
Oh my
that.
god.
I mean, it wasn't.
Don't. Prequels are about Obi-Wan. What?
The original trilogy's not about
Everyone has
Anakin.
own opinions
Well,
on Anakin.
the original trilogy is
in
not
Star Wars.
about that, but they made the prequels for Anakin.
It's all about Palpatine. Palpatine's son.
Oh.
It should not
That'd
be
be
called
cool.
The Rise of Skywalker. It should be called I don't know, The Rise of Palpatine for the 20th time.
The Rise of Palpatine again.
I love Palpatine's lightsaber. That was awesome.
Jay, you gotta
Like the
put
what?
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
I will. That's a Texas Darth Maul.
That should be made a meme.
That's Dave Filoni. Darth Y'all.
Darth Yow.
I wouldn't be surprised if Dave Filoni created a new alien species, like that's like a wolf, basically.
I mean, he made
Yeah,
Loth
it's a
Wolves.
wolf. But
Are
I
they
mean,
gonna-
like a whole alien species dedicated to it.
I mean, Loth Wolves were an entire species.
That would be cool. That would be awesome.
I mean, you are right, but I'm saying like more like a human type species, where it just
Oh, like
has, a
Wolfman.
wolf.
Wolfman from
yeah, that would.
I was saying I wouldn't be surprised if he did that because
Like a werewolf.
Bro, imagine Dave Filoni's reaction when he's like, "Oh, cool! Like these Star Wars special editions are coming out. I can't wait to see my favorite character, Wolfman, in the cantina." It's like, I got some bad news for you. He's just like, "No!"
It's pretty true though. I could imagine seeing that.
I'm sure.
I mean, isn't there like a wolf-looking species in there, anyways?
Yeah, they call him Wolfman.
All of Commander Wolf's troops turn out to be that species.
Oh, yeah, that definitely will work.
At least some similarity.
I mean, it sounds right and it looks good.
Do you think they reveal Yoda's species in the Mandalorian?
I hope it.
Like, give it a name.
Yeah.
I hope not.
I hope they don't, but I think they might. I mean, I don't really see a point to do it. It's good to have a little bit of mystery. But
Yeah, are they really?
Yeah.
The actor are aware that people like the mystery, so are they really that dumb?
I mean, okay, Star Wars thought it was a good idea to bring back Palpatine for Episode 9.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Star Wars thought it was a good idea to bring back Darth Maul. Star Wars thought it was a good idea to bring back Darth Maul with spider legs.
Star Wars thought
They're gonna bring it back. Might as well do it. In some
It was cool, but it wasn't needed.
You thought spider legs Darth Maul was cool?
I mean, I don't hate it.
He was kind of goofy, not gonna lie.
That's
Yeah, it was kind of stupid. He
If
was like a
Disney did that,
psychopath in
oh my
show.
god! Could you imagine if like Darth Maul just came back normally, but Palpatine came back with normal like spider legs? Like, I can only imagine.
Cyborg,
I mean, look what Palpatine came
Cyborg
back
Spider Darth Maul.
He came back as part of like an arm, so.
I'll take zombie Palpatine over spider legs Maul.
GLaDOS Palpatine.
I think I would rather honestly have Spider Legs Darth Maul. I think Darth Maul was a cool character in the Clone Wars, but it's just
Yeah,
stupid
he
how
is.
got revived that he focused on Obi-Wan Kenobi to survive. Like that's the
Yeah.
stupidest thing ever. Like
It should
Yeah.
have been General Grievous in Episode 9.
With spider legs, bro. They could give Grievous 8 legs and 4 arms. How cool would that be?
That will be awesome.
Bro, all those little kids in the movie theater are just freaking out. It's amazing.
They're like yelling, hello there.
Do you guys know the part in Episode 9 when Palpatine says "do it"? That's like the stupidest
Yes,
line
yeah.
they could have
Yeah, he's
ever
like,
added.
"Do it."
The only reason they did that was just because
I thought it was
how
cool.
popular it was.
It was a good callback.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember that.
It wasn't like too obvious, but it was. I think it was fine. Like.
Yeah.
So.
I think it was just
Yeah,
kind
it's
of.
like-
I think it was just kind of
cool.
stupid, honestly. In my opinion.
High ground.
Yeah.
Trevor, how did Palpatine come back off screen any more than Maul did? I don't understand that argument.
That's interesting.
They both just like are around.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
you kind of had to read the book a bit more to understand how Palpatine came back.
I mean, how would you understand how Maul came back?
Explain it in the Clone Wars.
Anger. 'Cause
I mean, but like
he's an angry
come
lord.
on, like
The son of Darth
come
Maul.
on.
He focused on his hatred for Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's how he survived. That's a
That-
perfect explanation. of
That literally makes no sense. Oh my god, come on, dude. How does that make sense?
I'm not even skills about this.
That literally makes as much sense as Padme dying of a broken heart. Padme, woman, literally too sad to stay alive. Maul, man, literally too angry to die. Like, that, I hate that so much. I hate that that's a thing.
Too angry to die, too sad to live. What do you do?
Come on, she couldn't survive with the burden of her Annie.
I agree. Yeah.
Being Darth Vader.
But she had kids.
It can happen.
They say she lost. They say she lost the will to live. She had kids. Did the kids just not matter? Like that. Like that just ruins her character for
It just
me.
shows that she didn't even love her kids.
Exactly. Like God, I really hope no one ever told Luke and Leia that their mom like had no reason to live after they were born. Like, jeez.
Yeah, if they had just left out the part where they were like her vitals are fine, it would have made sense if she just died of childbirth.
Well,
complicated.
Yeah. Why couldn't she have just died of complications with childbirth? That's what I don't understand. Like,
So like you know the part where Leia's like, oh, I knew my mom for a short time.
Yeah.
So Padme, when she was pregnant, like giving like the kids, like what's it called? She didn't actually die then. It was like 3 months later when we saw her funeral. She lived a little bit, so she saw Leia basically. No, I'm just kidding.
that's definitely not what happened.
Sorry, I was confused there.
It would be a Dave Filoni explanation.
Oh yeah, like the funeral happened much later.
Besides, it was just we tried to fool you guys with the timeline.
Even so, like Leia as an infant would still not remember that. Like,
yeah, you have to be like 2 for it to help you remember.
maybe she actually died 2 years later. Plus, they tell us while she's on the table she lost the will to live. So
she didn't have Obi-Wan right away. Wait, that doesn't even make sense because the kids were taken right away. Never mind.
Yeah, if she had been like a undercover handmaiden for the I don't know, that could have worked.
I mean, her bodyguard stayed mostly in that outfit and sit on the throne for quite a long while before Padme just popped in, which was with there.
Yeah. But
that's so interesting.
Anakin would have been hunting for her, so that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
can we just all agree that Padme's the worst mom in the universe?
I mean, well,
But what do you guys think of Skywalker? How bad do you think she was? Oh, she's pretty good at being a mother for anything.
She was a
I
great
think
mom.
Shmi ruined the whole galaxy.
She did.
On her back.
She had Anakin was the whole problem.
Oh, right.
Wasn't-
But
like, that
this
wasn't
is
really
what
her
doesn't
choice,
get
though.
me. I mean, they said that she didn't have a father, she didn't have a husband, but when the second Star Wars came, there was Anakin's father in the wheelchair.
That was not his dad.
His stepfather.
That was his stepfather.
Oh.
Yeah, that was not his dad. Oh my
It was my boy Owen Lars.
god! Could you imagine like Klieg Lars as Anakin's dad? Oh my god!
That would be weird.
All they needed to do was, after episode 1, Obi-Wan just needed to go back with some credits and buy Shmi, and everything would have been fixed.
Yeah, he should have done that.
Or how about you just okay? So like Qui-Gon clearly like didn't care about like basically like manipulating the deal for them to win anyways. So just take her. Like who cares? Like I have to respect this slave owner's right to Shmi. I mean I don't know. Like they could figure out how to get that out of her head. Like no big deal.
You can use the metachlorians to manipulate her.
Yeah, just hold a lightsaber to Watto's neck and be like, I'm taking them. And then
Will you like it or not?
exactly.
Give me the bomb detonator now, so you can't blow her up.
And no money will be agreed in this.
You can have the Queen's wardrobe.
I told you earlier, only money works on me.
But not enough to barter with. Not in the amounts you're looking for.
Oh,
Only
How much do you think the Queen's wardrobe is worth? I'm actually curious about that.
Bro, she-
a lot of dresses in there.
Yeah, there was so much.
That kind of explains a lot.
That's a ton.
Bro, could you imagine if they actually just gave him the Queen's wardrobe and then we show up in episode 2 and Watto has just like this long dress on with like the headdress? Bruh.
That would be hilarious.
That's how Star Wars could have been saved. George Lucas could have changed the sequels the prequels, so we could have seen that.
Watto, the drag queen.
I wish we all saw Jar Jar in those clothes, honestly, though.
There's like a scene where like Jar Jar finds like a suitcase and he's like, oh, what these? And he's like,
trying it on.
Oh, moi.
Misa look muy beautiful.
He does put on like Anakin's robe in the Clone Wars episode for basically no reason.
That is true.
Wait,
do you guys remember
did he?
the episode where Jar Jar is like a Jedi, kind of?
Yeah,
They're saying he's
unfortunately.
For, like, no reason.
bomb bag
With
did
a dress on.
That's a great
Mr. Jar
episode.
Jar Binks, Mr. Sith Lord now.
Misa, drag queen now.
I think
No,
George
okay,
Lucas
there's
did
no way
something
to
right
do
with the
that fine.
prequels, and that was making a great character in Jar Jar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
What would Star Wars be without Jar Jar?
Exactly. I love Jar Jar. Just best hilarious character ever. Every single time I watch that movie, I just laugh so much in it.
Oh yeah.
Jar Jar's cute.
Because Jar Jar's just the best.
Poster of Jar Jar on my wall. So,
Wait, do you guys?
so when I fall asleep at night, I just see Jar Jar. You know what I'm saying?
He's your sleep paralysis. He's your sleep paralysis demon.
Have a good dream with Jar Jar.
Yeah. Every night, I'm just Jar Jar's always on my mind.
But guess what? He's staring at you in the picture.
I'll wake up in the morning, I got Jar Jar on my mind.
I mean, if you
Wait, what's he
aren't
at you?
if you aren't starting your day off with Jar Jar on your mind, then you're doing something wrong.
Like forever.
Yeah,
If
remember
Jar
that?
Jar would have been there
Jar
at
Jar
end
High
of
School
episode
Musical
3 when
song.
Padme's giving birth, I don't think she would have died of sadness.
No, he would have.
Like, honestly,
he would have
no.
messed stuff up and just killed her.
Yeah, he would have blown up the whole planet. He would have like made all the air come in.
That got dark.
He would have. There needs to be a scene where Jar Jar walks into like the nursery with Luke and Leia and all the other babies on Polis Massa, and he's just like, "Hello, boyos." That would have been amazing.
Oh, all you babies.
There needs to be a series of Jar Jar just the babysitter.
Yes, please, I want to see
For Jar Jar
how
as a
the story
child, though,
happens.
I think that would be pretty cute. Come on.
He's had a big Gungan City.
There needs to be a series of like maybe like after episode 3, like Jar Jar, like there's like at his house, and then like the doorbell rings, and there's like a baby with a note on it, and it's like, "Dear Jar Jar, this is your former lover, Queen Julia. I've recently decided to pursue my career in, I don't know, space football, and I need you to take care of our child." And then there's
I think they could have continued on that Queen Julia story.
but Queen
I
Julia
think we
was
needed-
key to
I think we
everything.
need more episodes. That was it, a 3-episode arc. Definitely not a waste of that season.
Yeah, why can't we
Was
get
more-
a
I
Queen
think we needed
Julia,
more.
a Queen Julia series?
The whole reason they complained, everyone complains about that arc, is the real reason is we didn't get enough of that arc. We
Exactly.
needed more episodes to it.
Some
Needs
people
to be
said
more.
that the Ahsoka arc was a bit boring because it had the other two girls in it.
You see, if they would have maybe
I've
snuck
never-
Jar Jar in the background a couple of times, it would have made it a little bit better, I think. But
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with that.
if there's something wrong with Star Wars, you just sneak in Jar Jar. I think that's the best thing to do.
Yeah, and they're lighting up people's moods.
Yeah.
Screw the Bad Batch. We need a Star Wars Jar Jar.
Wait, do you guys remember that Clone Wars arc where there was the baby Jar Jar? Do you guys remember the Clone Wars arc where there was the baby Jar Jar? It was like a Jedi.
Yeah. It was the Cad Bane arc when he steals all the kids.
Season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Holocron Heist.
The
It's like the 3rd episode, I think.
No, that's a different one. That's
I'm sorry, but there should never be a Gungan Jedi. I'm sorry. Just no.
Yeah. He would end up like slipping and then hitting his Jedi on another, like he would fall down.
I mean, people said that Jar Jar could be a Sith Lord anyway.
That's just.
He's clearly not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
In lore, Gungans can only be Sith, not Jedi.
Yeah.
Or there's key of all this.
Hey
George,
boys,
good quote.
do you guys know who was the stunt performance of Darth Maul?
Ray Park.
Ray Park.
Oh, dang, I think you guys will never get that. Yes, it is him. The one and only. I'm guessing the. Yeah, at least he did it for his last time. I mean, I was so happy they did that. I was like, thank goodness.
Oh, the motion capture?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was cool.
I was like, I'm glad, because if they didn't, that was just somebody else. And they're like, what? Where's Ray Parker?
It's Ray Park.
Yeah.
Ray Park.
The one and only Darth.
Like a park dedicated to Ray.
Yeah.
I actually saw him at a Comic-Con, and it was funny because it was the weekend of Solo: A Star Wars Story. So like we went to see
He was
Solo,
there, yeah, that was season that as well.
and then the next
Oh,
day,
you should. Jay, you should have gone up and say hello to him.
I mean, sure, but
Can I get your autograph,
You
please?
should've-
That would have been the best thing ever. If I was there, I would do that.
Challenge to a duel.
So I randomly, I don't know if Ethan Network's video came up where he was doing voice impressions for me. It was just the funniest thing ever. It was at like one of the comic paloozas.
wait, yeah, no, I actually recorded that video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I just remember I was just listening to the voice impressions, and it was pretty good though. Like,
Yeah, it was like surprisingly, it was fun. It was really fun.
I don't know why it came on my recommended. It was like 2 years ago that video had said or something like that.
Oh wow.
Oh, you know, Ethan's like amazing at Star Wars impressions.
He did the best Palpatine impression when he's talking about like the deflector shields. It was just so good. It's like
Ethan's a very talented boy. We need to. Ethan Network is a national treasure that needs to be preserved.
Bro has Hogwarts mock. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's looking really good.
Andre says we need a Jar Jar series like The Mandalorian called The Gungan.
Oh, that'll be good. That is a really good name. That would work as well.
Dude, remember that scene in The Mandalorian where they asked him if he was a Gungan underneath his helmet?
Oh yeah, he's like, "Are you saw a
You
Gungan?"
don't want to show your face?
You know what would be actually ideal is to change the Mandalorian to be a Gungan. So under his face, so when he takes off the mask, it's actually a human, but he's wearing another mask, and it's secretly a Gungan.
Oh, hey, that is
It's
clever.
actually Dave Filoni, and he's actually...
The Bad Batch is actually all Gungans.
That would be great. That's the only way I'll get behind that show.
That would be interesting. I'd like to know how that happened.
If they can, you know what, bro? If they did a series where the Bad Batch is all Gungans, they could call it the Bomb Bad Batch.
Oh, that would work. Yeah.
Everyone, we gotta get Dave Filoni in these streams. We're brainstorming ideas for him.
I know, right? Like we're literally a money-making machine.
Bro, we know everything about Jar Jar possible. It's like, come on, you can trust us.
I thought Jay was Dave Filoni.
Oh wait, well, this is awkward. So here's the mistake y'all are making. You're making the mistake of assuming that I'm only one entity. Rich Boy J actually exists as multiple consciousnesses.
You're just split personality.
Yeah, I mean, he's the supreme leader, obviously.
Exactly.
Supreme boy.
I think
My
he just has
boy.
Multiple clones trying to
Well,
protect
technically he's everything because
mine
he's
or
technically
different
the
bodies.
Force.
Yes, and he's the boss of Starkiller Base.
Oh, yeah.
I am the boss.
Imagine there's Jay's in a tube, like Snoke's in a tube.
Oh no, I don't want to think about that. That's depressing.
Now he's gonna make a room of it in Starkiller Base. Man,
Just put a bunch of Rich Boy J's in there.
And if you do, Jay, put yourself there on the throne.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Hey guys, I have to leave. Bye.
All right, see ya.
No.
Hey, what's up,
See ya,
Roanoke
dude.
Candy Buck?
Wait, so if this is Kylo Ren, who is also Ben Solo, then shouldn't Jay be Rip Boy Jay?
True. True.
Boy.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I'm behind that.
Francis said, "Will you put shirtless Kylo in Starkiller?" I mean, that didn't actually happen on Starkiller Base, but I guess I could.
Yeah, I mean, but how would you do that exactly?
I mean, just get a shirtless torso and put it on Kylo.
Yeah, that would work.
You need to make it out of bricks. He's too wide.
It's too. I just need I need a custom
I think
Kylo
you're gonna
Ren.
have to get it custom, yeah.
Yeah, a custom big fig for shirtless Kylo Ren. No, I don't know. We'll see. I'll see if it makes sense to include Ben Swallow anywhere in that mock.
Yeah.
I do it. Let's do it.
So who has the best shirtless scene? Luke in the back to tank, Anakin in the bed with Padme. That sounds so wrong. Anakin getting out of the bed with Padme, or Ben Swallow.
You just got yourself demonetized.
Uh-oh.
No, it's Darth Maul for sure.
FBI, open up.
Darth Maul's kind of skinny, not like when he was at the garbage planet.
He was eating trash for his life.
Yeah, for like a decade.
He was like a trash mid-leg spider.
What a loser.
But,
Don't talk about my boy Darth Maul that way.
Bro, that man's was really eating trash.
I mean, wasn't there any other way to eat something else, like eat a creature or something?
You think Darth?
Bro, he had that snake. He had that snake leading people down there. Remember?
Oh yeah. Was
yeah.
Darth Maul planning on eating them?
Yeah, I mean, he was trying to eat Savage or Crest. I'm pretty sure.
Was he real? I honestly did not remember that.
I'm pretty sure he was. That's what he was trying to do.
That is so
He found out it
funny.
was his brother.
Darth Maul the cannibal.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I guess you can't really.
He was a hungry boy.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give him that. He would have to eat something.
Like his own brother.
Hey, he didn't know if it was his own brother.
Well, you see, he was like hallucinating.
It was honestly such a weird episode how they took him to the trash planet and just
dumped him there.
And then you know the one scene where they're contemplating like if Obi-Wan is like if that's really Darth Maul, like who else is it? Like
I mean, I can't believe he was involved with the Pikes, or the Pikes were involved with him as well.
Well, that'll happen in an arc, like the Pikes and him.
Yeah, that only happened in the Circus arc when he was on a call with them.
I still can't believe Darth Maul was gonna eat Savage. That just changed all of the Clone Wars for me.
I mean, you could try and make a mock of that if it would work.
Put like Savage on like a Sith web, and Darth Maul's just like about to consume him.
Crawling around him on his side.
Oh my god, that'd be pretty dope.
I'm curious, what do you find wrong with Darth Maul being alive in the Clone Wars, Jay?
It just makes deaths in Star Wars less meaningful because he died.
Well, I don't think deaths are meaningful in Star Wars anyways.
Oh, they absolutely. I mean, they were before you just kept bringing people back.
Okay. It's because they were too lazy to come up with new characters, though.
Exactly. Yeah, just make someone new. Like George kind of screwed up with Maul by not making him interesting in the Phantom Menace, and that sucked. But he died, so like, stick with that. Like bringing him back just makes you ask, okay, why can he do that? Like, if he can do that, why can't other people do that? Which is problematic.
Yeah.
He only brought back Darth Maul and kind of made that like a special thing. But just with Dave Filoni, he doesn't want anyone to die is the thing. Like, because, I don't know.
And that's dumb, too.
It sounds like he definitely wants a happy ending, obviously.
Yeah.
Ended off in a happy ending.
Like I said earlier, Darth Maul could have been anyone else. Like...
I kind of wish sometimes in Star Wars they just didn't make it a happy ending. Like, Episode 8, they kind of tried to look at the positive at the end of the movie. I kind of wish they would have made it like, oh, all of our people are dead. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Well, you said you want a happy ending or you don't want a happy ending?
Like, for certain movies, like, that aren't the ending of the saga. Or
no, that's, hold on, I'm saying, are you saying you want a happy ending or you do not want a happy ending?
I don't want one, so like, for episode, 8, I don't want a happy ending there. But for episode 9, I want it to finish off good. Like,
I mean, episode 8 wasn't necessarily a happy ending. Like, they survived, sure. It's almost like a bittersweet ending. It's like episode 5, like Luke survived, so it wasn't necessarily a sad ending, but like things were looking down for them the same way they are in episode 8.
That's true.
And also, Star Wars in general just is a happy ending story. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know.
Yeah, like 90% of the resistance got like wiped out.
Like even like episode 3, which is the least happiest of endings, is still kind of a happy ending because like it's like the movie literally ends with them taking Luke to Tatooine, so it's like this is what we have to look forward to. Star Wars in general, I think, just even Rogue One, like that's not really a happy ending, but they still survive.
Yeah, that was like a sad ending. Everybody
that was a
died.
perfect ending for that movie. I think we agree.
That
on
was, yeah.
All the main characters dying, like that was pretty good.
Like the characters died, but the way that the movie still ends on like a happy note once again. Like.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about it before I said that. Like you are right on that. Like, not all movies are actually happy.
What's up, Levi Allison? I'm trying to think. The only Star Wars movie I'd say that has like straight up just not a happy ending is Episode 2, because it ends with like the guy who you know as the Emperor like seeing this army being formed in front of him.
Yeah. We do not. Do we know in that movie that that's him? Like, let's say you were actually seeing that for the first time in theaters.
I mean,
do we know that he's Palpatine at that? Like,
I think you can put it together. Like, it's not a big secret that at that point, like like I said, the fact that they have him, like looking at like the clones, and they have like the Imperial March music playing, like
yes. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say most Star Wars movies, like, let's see, like Episode 4 and Episode 1 both have like a perfectly happy ending.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
Episode 2, I'd say, has mostly not necessarily a sad ending, but like not a dark-ish ending.
And Episode 3?
Episode 3, I'd say, has a hopeful ending. Episode 7 has a happy ending. Episode 8 has, once again, a hopeful ending. Episode 9 just has a happy ending. Like, Episode 6 has a happy ending. So, like...
The only thing I kind of wish for Episode 8 was, like, the movie was good. Like, in my opinion, I liked most of the movie. I would say there's parts I obviously didn't like of it. I just wish at the end of the movie they kind of set up Episode 9 a little bit better, because they kind of just left it, the Resistance has nothing. Like, Rey's kind of trained right now, but I kind of
set it up. Hold on, set it up
a
how?
better ending to that. I don't know.
How? I mean, I don't understand. Like, set it up how? Like, the whole point was like, like people are inspired. Like, there's not all hope is not lost. Like, there are people out there who could possibly help us.
So, like, the scene with...
I'll put it this way. What Star Wars movie...
not be the last,
what Star Wars movie ending, I'd say other than Episode 5, like, directly sets up something in the next movie? Because 4 does not do that. 5, I'd say, sets up, like, the very beginning of 6, but it's not like... it doesn't set up the entire conflict of 6.
I think
1 doesn't set up 2 at all. Like,
one kind of sets stuff up.
No, it doesn't. For 2?
It kind of shows, he's going to be trained as Anakin, and you're going to see him in the next movie when he's trained.
Sure, but it's not like, it doesn't set up any plot points. Like, we knew he was going to get trained. It's not like the plots of those movies are like if you get rid of Episode 1, like, there's not really much contextual you don't understand for Episode 2.
You kind of need Episode 2 to understand, like, the whole Clone Wars. But
I'd say 2 kind of sets up 3. The problem is most of the Clone Wars happens off screen, so by the time we get to 3, it's like we've missed most of the war. Like the war has already happened.
The war's ending in the
it's the conclusion. So I don't know. Like, what is a good example of an ending of a Star Wars film that really sets up the next one? I would say we haven't really seen that.
Maybe with Episode 7, because like Episode 7, Episode 8 are like
I'll go.
How does 7 end? I forget.
It ends with Rey holding the lightsaber to Luke. I'd say 7 probably does the best job.
Oh yeah.
Like,
so it does set up Episode 7 and 8.
I don't know. But that's literally just because it's a cliffhanger. Like, Star Wars movies in general are pretty open-ended between the two. Like, they kind of, like, the movie kind of resolves the main stuff, and the next one picks up at some point after it.
I remember watching Episode 7, I was just so mad. I'm like, I have to wait, like, 2 more years to see what happens after this.
That's the hook!
I know, it's just annoying. It was just annoying. I mean, now I can just go watch them all, like, right now, but...
No, that's how people felt with Episode 5. Like, imagine...
It's like they lived on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, like, a fan-favorite character like Han Solo. It's like, what the heck happened to Han? I need to know now. Like, no, you gotta wait.
Exactly. I demand it.
No, I was happy that, like, Episode 7 didn't end with, like, Finn's fate being a mystery. Because, like, she brings him back, and then they immediately say, like, oh, like, he's fine, like, we should be able to fix him. So I'm like, cool. Like, when he got cut, like, I was like, oh, crap, did he die? And it's like, no, okay, they take him. Like, oh, he might be okay. And I was like, wait, is this movie just gonna end, like, without us really knowing? Like, that would have been annoying.
Yeah.
I feel like Episode 9, like, like the whole scene where Finn's gonna say something to Rey, and like how they just didn't finish that was just kind of annoying, honestly. That they.
It makes you wonder why even put that in the film. Like why like.
I know, it's like, and then JJ saying, oh, he likes Rey or whatever in that scene. It's like, why would you put in the movie if you're not gonna answer it in the movie? It's like that makes no sense.
Finn was going to tell Rey
that he's force sensitive. Yeah.
Right.
Which I thought, which I still thought was dumb.
Stupid.
Wait, when was you gonna do that? Because I didn't see that.
JJ said that. He confirmed it.
Oh, right.
Hey,
okay,
wasn't there parts in, like, when Episode 7 came out, wasn't there, like, toys with, like, Finn with, like, a lightsaber in it?
Yeah.
So we didn't know if he was a Jedi or not, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we find out that he's not.
He was, yeah.
But yeah, no, that was, I guess, supposed to be, like, a twist, like...
I mean, hey, obviously ladies can be Jedis as well. Not only men.
And I don't think anyone's questioning that.
Yeah, I mean, we see so many of them. We see Barasafi, I mean...
Exactly.
She's a real Jedi Knight.
And Shakti as well.
She was able to manipulate a whole Jedi. She got all of her faults blamed on Ahsoka. Come on, that was pretty well played.
Yeah.
Bro, she had a better plan than Palpatine.
Like honestly though, if it wasn't for Anakin catching her, like she would still be alive.
She should have been like, and I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to Barris. She almost got the deed done.
Wait, where's that line from? If it wasn't for you meddling, what show is that?
That's from Scooby Doo.
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
Oh, Scooby Doo. That's what.
It's like whenever the
I
gang
know that
catches a
exact
criminal.
line, but I was like, what is it? I was so confused.
So it's on Disney XD, guys.
Guys, you need to watch
for some
Scooby-Doo.
reason, I was thinking Phineas and Ferb. I have no clue.
What?
I was like, what would be the reason for that?
Wow, y'all are. I feel so old.
How come?
Like, I grew up with Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Yeah, so do I.
I think everyone.
And Phineas and Ferb.
I watched
Yeah.
it. I wasn't on TV, but I watched it.
I love Scooby Doo shows, even though it's obvious. It's hard quite to know who the bad guy is, but you obviously get it at the end.
Yeah.
We're gonna get any Scooby Doo mocks soon, Jay.
Oh yeah, I got you guys. I'm on it.
I only got one of the sets. One of them.
I got the Mystery Machine.
Oh, I kind of wanted
lucky.
that.
Yeah,
Wasn't that exclusive or something? Or was that a...
Not real. I mean, no, I don't think
What was the deal
so.
with that? Was it just any store?
I got the mummy set.
I kind of wanted the Lighthouse a while ago, but I never...
Yeah. Same, yeah.
Does the Scooby Machine have all the figures to it?
No, it only came with.
Yes, it does. But it can't. Yeah, it does.
It only came
Some
with.
sets have almost all of them.
It only came with Fred, Scooby, and Shaggy, I believe. You also can't even fit. If you had all the figures, you can't fit all of them in the Mystery Machine, which was annoying.
Oh, I think and also Belle. I think it's also Daphne as well was in that one.
No, she wasn't. No.
Yeah, because if they put them all in one set, then people wouldn't go ahead and buy all the sets. Because there was probably some people that bought them all.
I'm fine with that. Like, I get that's like Lego's MO. Just the only thing about the Mystery Machine was if you had all the figures, they couldn't all fit in the van.
Yeah, you would have to modify it to make it a bit bigger to fit them all in.
Like Scooby took up most of the space. Yo,
how would you say that set is? Like, is it built well? Like.
I mean, I don't have mine. Mine's still in the box. I never built it.
Oh, you never built it?
One day.
I built mine.
Right, and you still have that UCS sand crawler.
I do.
Oh, man. How have you not built that?
Nice,
it's so good.
dude.
I just haven't had the space for it. I mean, I've had the space. I've not gotten around to it. I guess I could say.
You said you didn't have the space.
It's different.
About a month ago, you built that big Kylo Ren shuttle.
I was just, I don't know. I just haven't gotten around to it. I'll do it one day.
Yeah, when you get to it, you get a chance.
Appreciate that, 501st Studios.
If you were to make a mock,
of
If you were
Scooby-Doo.
to make a mock, would you use the UCS Sandcrawler or brick walls?
I would definitely use
For
cave
cave
gods. Yeah, I definitely use cave gods.
big.
I mean, the UCS Sandcrawler is cool, but if I was making a
Yeah,
mock
it
with a
is.
Sandcrawler, I'm going all out.
I don't know if you guys ever watched, like, it was the Lego documentary. It was like a Lego brickumentary. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're
So they were talking about the Lego ideas, and there was someone with a big Sandcrawler, and was that Cave God?
It probably was.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't remember, but I would assume it probably
I honestly
was.
don't know what Cave God looks like, so I wouldn't know.
I don't remember. I'll have to look at it. I would assume it probably was, though.
Yeah,
Didn't
because
Cave God make
and it
the,
was
Pokemon
motorized,
one?
the guys, so.
Oh, it's definitely not Cave Gods, then.
Wasn't Cave Gods motorized?
I don't think it... Actually, no, it was. It was. I know Marshall's was, but yeah, Cave Gods was motorized as well. It probably was.
I don't know. It was for the Lego Ideas portion, and they were saying how that'd be the biggest Lego Ideas set. So, do you know if any of them applied for it, or?
I don't remember. Probably. I mean, I know he did his AT-AT, which obviously didn't make it. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he also did the Sandcrawler, but also wouldn't be surprised if he didn't do it after his AT-AT didn't make it. So, I'm not sure.
It was kind of a cool documentary because I see some of the people, like the designers that were in that movie. Like I saw one of them at Brick World last year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it was cool. That David Holt documentary though, that's where it's at.
Yeah, that was. Weren't you in that? I'm pretty sure.
I was in it.
You were.
Yeah, that was literally the first time I met David. Like, I got to.
It's like, can I interview you?
Awesome, lucky you.
I got to Brick Fair, and I literally, like, the moment I got there, I went to the hotel where he was filming, and I walked around, and I'm like, oh, hey, David, nice to meet you. And it's like, all right, sit down, we're in this interview. So, it was pretty fun.
Oh, that quick, wow.
How did his documentary do? Like, did he get a lot of views on that, or was it
I don't
smaller?
remember. I haven't looked at it recently.
I think it got like 50K or something. So like it did mildly well, I suppose.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it?
Yeah, for something that was essentially a school project, like, that's good.
Oh, that was a school project. The
Yeah.
documentary.
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
wow.
That's why he did it.
I mean, he traveled the whole world to get the.
Oh yeah, that was
the
insane.
interview.
Like, he went all out.
Yeah, that was
for sure.
insane.
Yeah.
It's a good documentary if you're just getting into Lego, just to see like what really the community's like and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, looking into the sea of light gray and dark gray is rough.
Jay, I am building my own Mandalorian mock. So how do you want me to show you it? How do you want to see it?
You just post it in the Discord in Mocs and Whips.
Okay, so you will be able to see it.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen my other ones, my other mocks?
I don't know, honestly. I'm sorry.
That's alright. It's chill, dude. I mean, I understand. I know that YouTubers are extremely busy, and it's 50% chance that they will see it and they will honest.
Yeah, if you like really want me to see it, usually Instagram is the best way to go. But since you're already in the Discord, you can just put it in the Discord.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Z-Bricks.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Z-Bricks asks, what's my favorite Lego set? Definitely the UCS Star Destroyer, the new one.
Oh, yes, the big one. Yes. That's a lot of pieces. And it comes with 2 minifigures. I was surprised, actually.
I thought 2 minifigs was fine. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's not a set that you really... It's not a set that you buy for the minifigs. Like if it had no minifigs, I wouldn't view it any differently. Like,
yeah. I mean, at least you get all those pieces of parts. You can make a huge mock out of those pieces.
Exactly.
An all gray.
Yes.
A light bluish gray and dark bluish gray are a Star Wars builder's best friends.
Yeah.
Favorite Rebels character?
Ooh.
Maybe Callus. I like Callus.
Yes, yeah, he's good. I mean, he does his job very, very well. I mean, if somebody tells him to do it, he will do it.
I gotta go with my boy Maul, dude. Maul's where it's at in Rebels.
Ugh.
Yeah, especially when he died. I mean, I made a Lego video on that.
I did a stop motion for school on the fight between Obi-Wan and Maul. But it was honestly
Actually,
kind of
same
bad.
here, but I also did a stop motion, but it was also terrible in my first
It
try.
was,
my
it
first
was
stop
for my
motion
film
ever.
class.
No,
It
second
was like, guys, we're gonna learn how to do stop motion during quarantine because we have nothing else to teach you guys.
That's
so
nice.
I tried. I haven't done it in a really long time, so it was pretty bad, I would say. Like,
I mean, if you
Yeah,
send it to,
Kanan was
if
also
you send
cool.
it to me, I mean, I can check it out and see how it is.
Hey Jay,
I honestly don't even think I have it anymore.
What's up?
Yeah.
I come bearing great news.
Okay, what
Our
is it?
boy has returned. Blue Brick is back.
Is he back for good?
Yay!
He's
He's
back
alive.
for good.
The hashtag Free Blue Brick campaign worked.
Yes, we did it, boys. Your valiant efforts and donations have gotten him released from Starkiller Base.
That's great.
Yes,
I'm
he's
glad
out
to
of
hear
prison.
that.
Woohoo!
I'm glad to hear that. My man Blue Brick was not built for prison.
Oh yeah.
So do we know exactly what happened to Blue Brick? Has he told us?
I just asked him. He didn't.
Did he die or did he get cut in half?
No, he's I'll tell him to join the stream call.
Didn't.
He's good. He's good.
Well, I was so scared.
Yeah, me too.
It was like watching the Clone Wars. I was so frightened.
He wrote he could only go on at 3:45 a.m.
Yeah, that's
just
crazy.
Just so random.
Yeah.
I was very happy with all that hashtag Free Blue Brick comments I found on my Starkiller video.
Oh, yeah.
Now when I
Yeah,
start building buildings, I'm gonna start adding ceilings after I saw Starkiller today. I was
There
like,
you go.
It
People.
adds actually so much detail to it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Like, just you get so many more nice angles that you can get photos of your mock of.
Yeah.
What's connected?
It really helps.
Like,
I mean,
the Snoke room to the cafeteria, because I see just like open studs. Is it just lying on top of the studs, or is it connected?
You're talking about. Oh wait, what are you referring to?
In Starkiller, like
It's
from
like
the
this
Snoke
thin
room.
line.
Yeah, it's like a thin line.
Oh, like on the outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, with that, I didn't want to fully connect them until
Okay, that makes
I,
sense.
was gonna leave it that way. So I just don't have it
Right.
fully connected. That's it.
Okay.
Ah, fair enough. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it'll all work out. Hopefully.
Yeah. In the end.
All we need is
No.
hope and the power of friendship.
Blue Brick is
Yeah.
offline.
He achieved that, Jay.
he didn't respond after we all asked where he was.
Wow.
Oh no, he's off again.
No.
I'm going to need to pay Blue Brick a visit.
So Jay, I got the Baby Yoda brickhead today, and
Yeah.
it came in a bubble mailer, and so like the box is just completely destroyed,
Oof.
and I'm kind of upset
Oh,
about
yeah.
that. I'm kind of
Yeah.
upset about that because
I would be as well.
yeah, because I'm going to keep it sealed. I was going to keep it
Mm.
sealed, but like
And I was like broken.
yeah, it's not even worth it anymore.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, I decided. to
Where did
open
you get it from?
instead. Amazon.
Hey, it's really devastating.
I'm sorry to hear that, dude. It's annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I was going to get another one anyways, open, but like I can get a sealed one
I
after.
want a refund.
Yeah, just buy from a store at that point. It's so
Yeah.
unreliable getting stuff shipped online and wanting
Yeah.
a pristine box.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, then I'm trying
Unless
to
you're
buy the
buying
new
from
bases
somewhere like
online.
eBay, where the sellers actually know, like, not how to handle that, like stuff like Amazon. I seen it was Cellbrick Studios. They sent him the Vader's castle with no box. They just slapped a label on it.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like that's
Yeah.
just pure lazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I will say though that the brickheads are very nice, and I would recommend them to anyone.
That's good. I don't own a single brickhead, but I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, this is my first one actually.
Oh wow, nice. Are there any other ones that you would want? Like now that you have one, are you inspired to get more?
There's like no Star Wars Harry Potter ones out besides these ones. I may get the Monkey Kid one because that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Lego Man Tom says, "I'm confused. Are you building your updated mock?" I'm building a second Razor Crest because I'm greedy. No, I'm building this for Brick Plumber.
Did you have the parts already in hand for him?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh, okay.
No, he's paying me to do this.
Oh, okay, good.
I mean, I have a decent parts collection, but I'm not balling like that.
I mean, he did get like $1,000 in donations last week.
I just mean like parts on hand. Like if I just want it to be like, oh, I want to build another Razor Crest today. Like I couldn't just like get anywhere close to building it with only the parts I have on hand. Like I'd have to place some significant orders.
Right.
The one ship I was able to like actually build like a really
There's two
decent
guys in
amount
the
of.
waiting room that want to come back in. There's not many people here. If someone's able to do that, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
James Weapon, he left and I guess he must come back.
I would say the only this Y-wing is probably the only like mock that I was able to build most of. I think I only maybe placed like $5 of orders to get the rest of it.
What happened? How did I get off here?
I don't know.
Left. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything.
But yeah, this Y-wing is the only mock that like I actually had a decent amount of parts on, and this thing is awesome. I love it. Shout out to Enthert, by the way. He says nice. The nose portion stands on its own. Yeah. Shout out to Enthert. He actually designed So the most of this is by Brickwright, but Enthert designed the cockpit because I guess Brickwright's original cockpit, like you can put a figure in it, which was weird because why not design it that way? But Enthert basically updated it to where you could like actually put a figure in the cockpit. So that was pretty cool. The problem was Enthert didn't actually show how to connect his cockpit update to Brickwright's design, so I just kind of had to like figure it out. It wasn't hard to do, but like it would have been nice if that was more obvious, I suppose. But yeah, I love this thing. This was actually designed like a while ago. This is a pretty old build, but I like it. This is my only Y-wing. Well, I guess aside from the UCS one, but it looks really good. Says, why would I made my own fuselage design. But you made it as a mod to Brickwright's, right? Oh, wait. No, wait. You didn't. Oh, right. Hold on. What am I missing here? That's right. Okay. I'm so confused now. Was it... Oh, okay. I know what it was. You made instructions to your cockpit, but you didn't make instructions to the rest of the build. Is that right? I knew there was some weird thing like why I didn't just build yours. My favorite Brickvault mock has to be their AT-AT. It literally does not get any better than that. Whoever designed that thing deserves everything on this planet. Enter, do you still have your Y-wing built? Looks like we're done with this front section. Maybe I can connect it to the bottom of this. And just like
Still
that.
having a box of parts. Gotta work on that soon.
On the Razor Crest?
No, I've inserts X-Wing, it's just in a box of parts because I
Oh,
dropped it, like, 20 at the time.
Bro, that
I don't know
Inthert...
what's with me and dropping that model. I'm not kidding, I've dropped it 10, 15 times.
Wow.
Like, and I keep rebuilding it. I don't know how. Like, it's so weird. I always put in the worst spots.
I don't think I've ever dropped mine. The most work I had to do, I remember when I went to Brick World the first year, someone asked me to bring mine because they wanted like to put it in their mock. So I just I put it in like a Lego box, and of course it got destroyed on the way there. Fortunately, they just rebuilt it, like I didn't have to touch it. But other than that, like my N-3 X-Wings. Oh no, one time I did have to travel with one in like luggage on a plane, and that didn't turn out very well. I never just straight up dropped it though.
It's a sturdy model, but when you drop it, like half the time you just have to end up rebuilding the whole thing. Like that's what's been.
Oh yeah, no, because there's so many small pieces that comprise it. Like that's one of those builds. Like you show it to someone and you tell them like, yeah, this is like over 1,000 pieces, and it's like, whoa, like that's 1,000 pieces, and it's like, yeah, there's a lot of small pieces in there.
Yeah. The connections are like pretty genius though to make the curves, like using the ball joint pieces and
yeah.
Like it's very I learned a lot like building it like technique wise, I would say.
That was one of the first like mocks I ever built like of someone else's. I'm trying to think, what did I build first? I either built that or no, it might have been that. That might have been like the very first like someone else's mock that I built.
For me that was actually my third. I got I don't know if you know the AT-AT Walker off Rebrickable.
Yeah,
so that was
the Raskolnikov.
Yeah, I cannot say that name. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah.
I always say Rebrickable because I don't want to just mess up that guy's name. I'm never getting that. Like.
Yeah, people usually just call it the plus size AT-AT. I think that's what most people know it as.
Yeah, there's also a lot of cool like techniques on that one.
Oh,
they kind of based it off one of the Lego sets, so. To make like the curve, like to have it angled on there, it's like this cool technique. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's what was nice about it was that if you had the set, you know, you had a significant amount of the parts, and you could just get the rest to be able to make the bigger version.
And the instructions were free, which were pretty cool. Like
that's always nice. And yes, this is Goal's newest ATST right here. I meant to do a review of it, just never got around to it. But yeah, I love this bad boy.
Is that the one that Matt has, or is this a different one?
Yeah, it is. Oh, appreciate that, Brick Guild. He says, hey, Jay, I found this dollar. You can have it. Yeah, this is the one that Matt had. Matt actually was asking me, like, about, like you know, what ATSC should I get? And I recommended this one. And I was like, I need to just build one of my own. This was the first one I had. This was the original. That's actually not the original. This is version 2.
Wasn't it really unsturdy for Matt when he was trying to put in his build?
Yeah, I had to modify it. I had to fix the ankles. So I did basically an ankle mod that makes the ankles, they're not static, but there's just a lot more friction, and it makes them so much easier to deal with. Like, before, like, if you picked it up inside it somewhere, you'd have to, like, really, like, mess around with it to get it to stay. But now I can just pick it up and sit it wherever, and it's fine. So, yeah, I was going to make a video on it along with the ankle mod so people could see, like, how to
I would say
make
it
it
looks
sturdy.
Really good, the model, but it just, when Matt was saying how unsturdy it was, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like once I modify the ankles, I'd say it's perfectly fine. That's just like the nature of the design for the ATST. Like it's just something you gotta deal with. This is like one of the few Star Wars vehicles that, like, if you want to design it and for it to be accurate in Lego, like, it's not gonna be able to stand very well. Like, even the AT-ATs, like, if you're building a minifig scale AT-AT, like, it can stand up, you know, it's not hard to get it to stand up, but it's also super top heavy, so it makes it easier to, like, fall if you bump into it because it's so top heavy, so it's just a trade-off.
Wasn't that the one they used for Vardos?
No. Oh, this one was. The other one, like, I just built the most recent version of it.
Oh, so it's by the same designer, but a modded design.
Well, he updated it himself. So like this.
Oh, and I update. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. So this one is version 2.2. The other one that me and Matt also built was version 3.0.
So when I was building Inthert's X-Wing, I was on his version 1, and the connection was just really weird, and it was not holding. And then I realized I was building the wrong version of it, and it was just...
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I was so mad, because I just kept breaking it and rebuilding. I'm like, why is it not staying? Like, the whole the front area and the wings.
Right, yeah.
With hold. I was just like, what am I doing wrong? So... And then I eventually found the instructions. I was like, I'm legit an idiot. How did I not see these? It was just so frustrating. I actually found your, to get the parts, it was on your video where you reviewed his X-Wing. You had,
the parts
an
list,
LDD file with all the parts, so I ended up using that.
Yeah, I was gonna, oh god. Yeah, I was gonna ask if you had used my parts list. I feel like a lot of people use that, so I'm happy that was so helpful for people.
Yeah, because when I looked it up on YouTube, I found that, so I was like, oh, that's perfect.
I was able to find basically the same type of thing for someone's, basically his U-Wing, because that one, like, had far more pieces, so it was going to be so much more difficult to try to just, like, make a parts list from it. But I found someone who had basically built it digitally and posted the parts list, and that made it so much nicer.
So when I was struggling with building it, because I was like getting really mad, I was like, I just ordered all these parts and just not working. This is when I was using the VO1 instructions. I looked it up online and I saw like 3 or 4 people who had like studio files of it.
Right.
I was just trying to like figure out what I did wrong, and then I was like, well, I'm not using the same instructions as them. So then I looked on his Flickr and saw them. I was like,
that'll do it.
Yeah, I was like, I was so raged. I was DMing. Who was it called? Forever Lego Studios. Because I seen he built it a while back, and I was just asking him, I was like, what is wrong with this? I was just like...
Inther says version 3.0 on the way. Bro, Inther, bless us all with more of your custom builds. Oh my god, why did this come together so easily? What's going to happen first? You deciding to build a minifig scale Colossus or Waffles finishing his aces? I want to say Waffles finishing his aces. As much as I'd love to build the minifig scale Colossus, like, I know that's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm going to have to look at, like, how mine is designed up here, because I feel like my Razor Crest, this part did not fall apart this easily. The other thing, though, is, like, this all works much better when everything is connected, so I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'm not as good of a builder as I thought I was. Oh god. Where do I get my Lego from? Brick Link is the way. You need to get yourself an Ugnaught. Where's Quill when you need him, right? Cool. Alright. So we're pretty much done for the day. I got this front section done on the Razor Crest. And I'm happy about it. We're slowly but surely making progress. Some parts I just straight up could not find. Like, I'm going to have to either dig through this or just grab it from my collection and then replace it once I get to the end and I have extra pieces. So, yeah. Thanks to everyone for tuning in today. It was a great day. We talked about all the important things in life, like Lego and Star Wars, and Darth Maul's love triangle with Sabine Wren and Ezra Bridger. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll probably do, I don't know, I have some video coming out tomorrow. I've been, like, really slacking with videos, so I'm going to try to get back to an actual schedule this week. Minifig wall update. I have some coming in. I don't know if they'll come in soon enough to do it this week, but I'll definitely have one coming in. I was kind of, like, demoralized from the entire minifig wall because, like, they added so many new figures to Bricklink, like, new variants that weren't there before. So I have like 50 more figures to buy, which is super annoying. But
Wait, what do you mean? Like they just added a whole bunch of figures, like older ones too?
yeah, like ones that they just didn't have cataloged. So like I actually don't have like as large a percentage of figures as I thought I did.
So
Super
are they
annoying.
just like small updates to figures? Like, oh, like this person has like a different held or something?
Yeah, it's something super obscure. Like certain there was this like when they were transitioning from for example, giving like minifigs pupils. There were a lot of sets that had like some of them had pupils and some of them didn't. Like the Death Star, for example, the playset Death Star. There was two variants of it. One of them where the figures had pupils, and one of them where the figures didn't have pupils. So like those all count as different figures that you need to have. So yeah, it's annoying.
Those figures aren't probably they might. Do you think they're expensive or are they?
Probably not.
The same?
It's just like I felt like I had like literally less than 100 figures to go. So I was like, yes, like I'm so close, and then it's like, nope. Like you have actually 1.5 that amount. So that was just what was super annoying about that. But yeah, your question's answered. Will also be coming probably Friday, and the next stream will be on Saturday. But take care, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again at some point.